All right, Leadheads, welcome back to the Talking Lead podcast. This is episode 203. 203.
Welcome back to Talking Lead. This is Zeke.
Does anybody recognize that voice?
I don't know who the hell he is. Oh, you cuss now. That's the awesome thing.
I don't, I was like, to hell with bleeping out all the cuss. That's what people like.
Let me rephrase that. It's not that Marty never cussed as a person. It's just on Talking Lead we bleeped it out.
We bleep it out or edit it out, and I was like, that just takes away from the whole feel of the show. So
sorry.
I'm sorry if your kids are listening, but you know, we're educational and we keep it clean for the most part. We don't just, what's the word? You know, Tourette's. I'm always reaching for words.
Tourette's.
I mean, we just don't intentionally just cuss and do all that. But
like I just did.
Like Zeke just did. Welcome back, Zeke.
Thank you.
Zeke was on.
I keep smiling at the camera thinking that we're doing video
too.
Live video.
Yeah, we've got all but 0 people watching us right now. So
hey.
Smile for the camera. That's another thing that I don't do is live. You asked me to do a live show with you on the...
I'll get you on one.
I don't know, man. I don't think I'm made for live.
What I'll do is I'll invite you to some bar downtown on Friday night.
Well, you know I'll do that.
And then we'll just keep you out until 3:30, and then we'll just drive to the radio station and do a live show.
That would probably be the best bet that would happen. Yeah,
it would probably be the best episode ever.
It'd probably be your last on live radio, but it'd be the best.
Yeah, the dump button would be used every minute.
So the Squatch is joining us. He joined us 3 or 4 episodes ago at NRA. Yep. You sat in on the Team Clevenger interview.
Mm-hmm.
When
that was fun.
Nikki and Heath were on. Yeah, they're great people. I was just on their show the night before last, the Shooter's Mindset.
Oh, nice.
And they do,
what is that guy's name?
Dustin?
The last name. Anthony Cruz?
Yeah, Anthony Cruz.
Yeah,
Anthony Cruz does that show. So it was Anthony and Dustin and Nikki. Heath was working, I guess.
Nice.
But that was live, so yeah, I guess I did do a live one.
Well, there you go.
That was live. But it wasn't like radio where I got to watch what I say and the FCC's monitoring and they're going to come after me, So.
Yeah, when they told us they hit a dump button once when we were doing one of the live shows, and I asked them, I said, well, what happens if you let the dump button slip? He goes, oh, it's a fine. I was like, well, to us or to you guys? And they're like, to both. And I was like, well, how much is the fine? Thinking, a couple $100. It's $50,000.
A couple $100, 50 grand.
Yeah,
I can't afford that.
No, I'm good. I'll pass.
Is it 50 grand each time or 50 grand just?
I don't know. He may have just said 50 grand to scare me out of saying something, but
yeah, who knows? But they're getting more and more liberal on what you can say anyway. So eventually, it's going to be just like podcasting.
Well, they have to. I mean, they're competing with podcasts. They're competing with satellite radio, where you can say whatever you want, and they're not doing very healthy.
Yeah, their radio airwaves, they're sucking up a little bit. So 203, last episode we had Century Arms, we had John Patton, Adam Kraut, and we had the Ebbs, Eric Ebenhaus, join us on last week's episode. And then, of course, we had our good buddy Andrew for the Jackwaggon Train and John Hayes with Do All Outdoors. And John put up that week's prize for our 200th episode celebration. And we're going to announce the winner of that coming up for that trivia question. The question was, how many years has Do All been in business? It was pretty damn easy. And we got a lot of people shoot their answers in, and we're going to announce that winner coming up. But I hear the Jackwagon Train rolling in again, Zeke.
Oh, is Gunny still doing it?
Oh, yeah, the Gunny.
Hoorah, Semper Fi, do or die, hold 'em high at 8th and I. It is time for the Talking Lead Jackwagon of the Week, so brace yourself, baby.
That's the only person we can trust to take these Jackwagons where they belong. So he takes these Jackwagons and hauls them off where hopefully they won't ever come back. Of course, we've seen resurgences on some of them, but
there's a very good one this week.
I think we're going to have a couple of good ones this week. So let's go ahead and now that the train has stationed, let's do you want to start off with the big one? I think this is the one that everybody's talking about here lately anyway, and we actually talked about this douchebag on the Shooter's Mindset too.
Or do Do you want me to do the fake one first?
No,
Because that will take long.
we'll do that last. We'll do that one.
Okay.
Last. We want to make sure we got plenty of time for this guy.
The guy's name, you know his name, right? What was it? Oh, Lucian
Black. I don't even think that's his real name, but Lucian Black.
Yeah, from Voda Consulting. This guy, first off, last year, maybe it wasn't even last year, maybe it was just a few months ago. He showed some videos where he was teaching students and pointing guns at them.
And vice versa. Yeah, they were pointing them at him.
They were pointing them at him. No, that's bad. Not good.
Even if it's unloaded. Yeah, you don't do that.
Yeah, and then when people start calling him out, I saw a few comments that were kind of mellow. They're like, hey, dude, if you're going to do this, do it the right way. Mm-hmm. And he just went down the road of I'm a badass and I'm better than everybody else. And but my big thing that really pissed me off, a lot of people in our community, we lost somebody that was not just instrumental in the firearms world, but also in the firearms media world, which, with me and Marty doing a lot in that realm, that it was kind of a tough blow when Bob Owens decided to take his life. Yeah. But for this dickweed, this piece of shit.
Yes.
Now that I know,
we're gonna just unload on this douchebag. So yeah,
decides to post on. Let's see, what's today? He posted this on June 7th.
Okay, so 2 days ago, we're recording this. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you wanna go put him on blast, feel free. It's Voda VODA Consulting on Facebook. Also, the same thing on Instagram.
Is that site still up? I thought they took it down. Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if he has a website or anything.
I know
he had his license taken, right?
He was a certified NRA instructor, and they revoked that. And then I think they took his concealed carry, also his permit in North Carolina,
and his state teaching permit. I think
maybe that's what it was. I don't know if they took his actual personal carry, but yeah, they did do that.
Yeah,
instructor's license. Yeah, definitely.
So Bob Owens, of course, like we said, he took his life last month, and this piece of shit has the audacity to, on Instagram, post a picture of Bob Owens on Cam & Company. And the title of his article is Case Study, Bob Owens' Mental Health and the Gun Game Part 2. Then it posts Bob Owens' final words, which it's tough. If you go to Bob's Facebook, you can see it. I don't even want to read it.
Yeah, don't read it.
But it was Bob's final words. Then the guy posts, he called me the worst, but he had mental health issues. That's funny. Read more at vodalogic.com. And then the Facebook one was the one that I wanted to go to North Carolina and have a sit down with this guy. He says, so the guy who says I'm the worst commits suicide because he had mental health issues. Yeah, he's real credible. LOL! Exclamation point.
LOL! Laugh out loud.
What kind of just
obviously this guy has mental problems. I mean, if you watch this guy's videos, you listen to him talk, this guy has got to have mental issues. There's no doubt about it.
I get it. Okay, if you want to play stupid games in your gun training, and everybody that knows anything can watch a video and say, okay, he doesn't know what he's doing. He's going to get some people hurt. We need to, deal with that there. And then you want to defend the way you were taught or whatever. Mm-hmm. Even if I don't agree with it, if you want to defend it, there's lots of trainer issues out there in our industry. Great. But when you cross that line and you talk about someone committing suicide, whether you knew them or not, mm-hmm. then going on to say, because he had mental health issues, I said I'm the worst, and saying, yeah, he's real credible, LOL.
Yeah. So the article that this dude's talking about, that Bob wrote about him, was back in November 16th of 2015. Obviously, that's when this guy was stripped of his credentials. Yeah. So, I mean, this wasn't recent that he got his credentials from the NRA stripped from him. But the title of it is World's Worst, in quotes, Firearms Instructor Stripped of Credentials. Yeah. Posted 1 p.m. on November 16th, 2015 by Bob Owens on Bearing Arms. If you go to bearingarms.com, and then that article is there. And it's got that video of him, like you were talking about earlier, pointing his firearm at his students and vice versa, the students pointing it at him as he's conducting his made-up
Isn't it like in like
drills.
somebody's bedroom or something? Or?
Yeah, it looks like it's in some, a house that's for sale that's vacant or something, that they oh, there's nobody living here. Let's go in here and perform our stupid drills.
That's crazy. Well, and you look on the Facebook post that I'm talking about, and every single comment, is "you're the worst." Way to use a tragedy to boost your own ego.
Nobody's in support of this guy. He's digging his own grave, man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He's on a nonstop downhill slope right here. I mean, it's not even a slope; it's a straight drop. He's going to hell.
Yeah,
and there's no saving this guy. There's nothing that he can say or do at this point to ever get back into this, this community or any community, as far as I know, except the shithole community.
Well, there's even people that have supported his training that are on there, saying stuff like, dude, you need some mental health, and that's not cool at all. And, I'm taking your training. Right. That's cool. But this is crossing the line, Oh
my gosh. Have you seen some of his videos and stuff that he's at this gun range and he's showing this technique with a knife and a gun? Yes. Have you seen that? So he's stabbing and he's shooting up into the roof of the range.
Yeah.
How does this range not kick his ass off there? How do they keep letting him come back? That's what I don't get either.
If you watch it when it goes slow-mo, he almost shoots his hand off in the first part when he slings that knife across the target.
Right.
Oh, wait. Hang on. There's a new post I just found on Instagram. Just got off the phone with Fayetteville Crime Stoppers and Fayetteville PD detectives in regards to Michael D. Thurville, a.k.a. Lucian Black, a.k.a. Voda Consulting.
Okay.
And his actions both online and offline. They asked me that if anyone has anything to add or any information they'd like to contribute to the investigation, to call Fayetteville Crime Stoppers and tell them you're calling in regards to case number 31RHINO17. So wow. 31 Rhino 17.
So there's some kind of criminal investigation going on?
Yeah.
Ooh, let's see if we can't find what's going on.
You can add additional 31 Rhino 17 in Fayetteville Crime Police Detectives. You can add information or check the status of the investigation. Keep in mind that Mr. Thurville has already shot and wounded one client. Oh wow, of his already, and has his concealed carry permit and NRA so you're right, NRA instructor credentials stripped.
That was like years ago, apparently.
Yeah. So. What he does is extremely dangerous and makes us look bad. When he shoots someone again, it may be fatal, and it could be completely innocent bystander instead of a student. It's also ridiculous that Mr. Thurville, along with urban sharpshooters, are attempting to turn this into a race issue instead of taking any type of personal responsibility. It's time to shut down Voda and Michael. And that's the funny thing. It's like all the people in the black community that are pro-gun and doing a lot of good stuff in our industry are not backing this guy because of race.
I hope not. I hope none of them are backing him for any reason.
No, none
at this point.
I
did go to his personal Facebook page a while back. I guess it was when we were doing the show the other night, and I saw a couple of people. I'm not going to name their names, but I saw a couple of people that I knew that were friends with him, and I'm like, what? I better let them know right quick to unfriend that jackwagon.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at it, and it says friends in common. And there's, like you said, there's a few on there.
Yeah. So I just Googled Fayetteville, North Carolina crime, Michael Thurville, and I'm not finding anything on Google at this point.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if that's credible or not.
It may not be legit. But it doesn't shock me if he did shoot and wound one of his clients.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, without a doubt. Or one of them shot him.
Yeah. Oh, my Lord.
Yeah, so, I mean, that goes back to when you guys are signing up for these defense classes, these handgun defense classes, rifle defense classes, just a defense class in general. Vet the course, the instructor, before you jump in on it. Call people, ask them, call the police for God's sake, see if there's any warrants on the people. But definitely you want to do your research and your homework if it's not a reputable trainer. So make sure you check out your instructors beforehand.
Yeah. He's a piece of work.
He's a piece of shit.
Yep.
He's what he is.
Yep. And Gosh, I'm sitting here watching the videos where he's stabbing targets and shooting,
and shooting in the ceiling.
He got, I forgot to say that he got banned from that range.
Okay, so they did ban him. Good.
Yeah, that range banned him, and they made a public comment about it too.
Because I saw a couple of the video, and the ROs were right there, and they weren't doing anything about it.
Yeah, he's an interesting cat.
Yeah.
How many followers does he have on Facebook? He's only got 595 followers on Facebook.
That's too many.
It's more than Projectile Dysfunction.
Do you have a Facebook? You got a Facebook page?
Well, here, I'll tell you how to get to it.
Well, first off, all right, so that's our jackwagon there. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Let's do our second jackwagon. Let's do the jackwagon train, and then we'll talk about what you got going on.
The second one is, if you're in Nashville, you'll get this. If you're a country fan, you'll get this. If you're not, sorry, just deal with the joke. The CMA Fest. Oh, my God. So the CMA Awards, Country Music Association, is always this week and weekend. And they have a huge country music festival in Nashville. And if you live here, you hate it.
The Nashville and the surrounding areas. So what's really sucky about this one is that this year it coincides with the Stanley Cup.
Oh, that's right.
So you got that crowd down there too. And what else is going on? Bonnaroo.
Well, at least that's down in Manchester, so that's an hour and a half away.
But that still affects.
Yeah.
The traffic and everything.
100,000 people to middle of Tennessee. So.
Yeah, so you got CMA, you got Bonnaroo, you got the hockey going on. The Predators, go Preds.
Yeah.
We got, is it Game 7 coming up now, or is it 6?
Game 6. Yeah.
Game 6. So they took one on the chin last night, to say the least.
Or took one in something else. So.
Right. Well, they gave one in something the game before.
Oh, two games before, they whooped them.
Yeah,
but
they whooped them good.
At least they're coming back to Nashville, but the scary thing is if they do win here, they've got to turn around and go to Pittsburgh again. So
that's all right.
We can do it.
Yeah.
We can do it.
You can do it.
So, yeah. So our little show we have in excuse me. Can I burp on the show?
Good one. Yeah.
In Nashville.
Why'd you say excuse me?
Wait. And so we can get past the hump that we talked about before you started recording.
Yeah.
The show that I'm on in Nashville came about when a friend of Marty and I, said, hey, somebody wants to do an outdoor show. Would you like to come be the gun guy? I said, no, the reason I'm not doing Talking Lead is because I don't have time to do anything, editing or any of that other stuff. He then says, no, it's at a radio station. You show up, you talk for 44 minutes, and you go home. I said, okay. So before anybody starts going, oh, Zeke's trying to take on Talking Lead. No, not happening. Because I think we have all of 100 listeners in the Nashville area.
That's not true. You got more than that.
Well, our ratings came out, and it was 2,500. So I guess that's all right. But
apparently you got quite a bit because people stop me all the time because I listen to your radio show all the time. I was like, oh, cool, great. What you listen to it on iTunes? Or he goes, no, I listen to it on Super Talk 997. I was like, they think your show's called Talking Lead.
Do they really?
Yes.
What the heck?
Yeah. They're like, you're that guy on the radio Talking Lead. I was like, yeah, we got a podcast. 997 WTN, yeah, listen to it all the time. I was like, no, that's Zeke.
Oh, wow, that's hilarious.
I said, but you should listen to that show because it's good.
Well, I mean, you get a plug like every other show anyways. Because
I ain't complaining.
Yeah, I'll say when we were doing Talking Lead and we did this, I'll bring that up as a comparison. So
y'all's advertisement that you have, because I listen to other shows on there too, and your advertisement will play for the show, and you introduce him, and he introduces you. Chad introduces Chad Hoover. Chad introduces you, and he goes, Zeke, formerly of Talking Lead.
Oh, does he?
Yeah.
That's it.
He goes, you'll recognize Zeke from Talking Lead or something like that. He says Talking Lead. I'm like, yeah.
So what's hilarious is to find the show, like we were talking about a minute ago, on Facebook. The show used to be called Outside In.
Oh, is it not called that anymore?
No, it's not called that anymore.
Oh, okay.
So what happened is Chad Hoover. He's been on Talking Lead before a couple times.
Yeah, Hook One.
He's our mutual friend that we had. He
Funny as shit.
He started really focusing on his TV show, his YouTube stuff, and he started a kayakbassin.com or kayak bassin tournaments, something like that. I think it's kayakbassin.com. So he's doing all these tournaments now. Well, he just quit showing up. And so me and Vanessa were like, dude, people are wanting to know about fishing stuff, and we don't know enough about it to answer. You coming back? Because Vanessa Mandrell Boyer, is a part of the show too. And we were kind of like,
you kidding? She is the show. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in all reality, yes. So we started, trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to go forward with this? Because we don't have the fishing knowledge that Chad does. Both she and I know, the little amount that we know about guns, and it's kind of a outdoors hunting show where we're the hunting people and he was the fishing person.
Right.
And we're like, well, let's kind of take it being less of a gun show. That way people don't look at us as experts, and just make it like an entertaining show. So we'll talk about anything on there. As long as people are pro-gun, we'll just talk about whatever.
So what's it called now?
We've changed the name to Projectile Dysfunction.
Projectile Dysfunction. That's the actual name of it.
Yep. It's Projectile Dysfunction. And here's the funny part about Facebook. They are dicks, and they won't let you change names for some reason. I think the reason they're not letting us change the name is because it's gun related some way. So we've taken, it's still the Outside In Show if you search for it on Facebook.
We'll just start a whole new Facebook page.
That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
But we've got Projectile Dysfunction written over the old Outside In logo in like a marker.
Out.
Yeah. And then on YouTube, it's the Projectile Dysfunction Show. So
okay, but y'all talk about everything now, kind of like this show.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Kind of like this.
Yeah, exactly. And in fact, probably a little bit less gun related than Talking Lead is.
Yeah.
Even though it's Projectile Dysfunction, projectile could be anything.
So what did you talk about last episode? Give us an example.
Who did we have last week? Well, DJ Petra was on, so yeah, that was mostly guns. But the week before that, we had Two Steel Girls. They were on The Voice.
Two what girls?
Two Steel Girls.
Two Steel?
Yeah, they're a country group. It's a mother-daughter. They were on The Voice.
Okay, so like the number 2 and metal steel.
Yep, and then girls.
Okay, not like you need to go and steal girls. Two skill. Okay.
No. But we did do that afterwards.
That's illegal, I think.
Oh crap! I mean, we did not do that afterwards. But yeah, we had them on, and so like the whole show, we talked about their music, their country artist stuff, being on Team Blake Shelton on The Voice.
Have you had Morgan on yet? Morgan Mills?
No, and I talked to her about it in NRA. She's like, yeah, I need to get her on there. We've had Easton Corbin on. He's a country artist.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Bucky Covington's been on 3 times. He's a nut.
Cool.
He's hilarious. That's one of the shows where like we didn't talk about guns all this whole time, but then when we brought him up, it was hilarious because he likes guns. He shoots guns. He's not really into them, but he doesn't hunt. And we're trying to convince him to hunt. He told us how he killed a squirrel when he was young, and he got depressed after, and he couldn't do it anymore. So
just broke him.
Every show we bust his balls.
That's
and the first time he came on, Chad was still doing it, and he told us the squirrel story. Then we started talking about fishing. He goes, no, I really don't fish. And then we started talking about hunting. No, I don't hunt much because of the squirrel thing. Oh, okay. Well, you shoot. Well, yeah, every now and then I'll shoot. And we're like, this show's called The Outside In. What do you do outdoors? He goes, well, after I've been on tour, I like to go home and I hang out with my cats. Like, okay.
On the porch or inside? Because
on the porch.
On the porch.
Like, wow. So then the last time he came on,
she said, "Do you cook out?"
Yeah, the last time he came on, We said, so, since the last episode, have you gotten more outdoorsy? Have you started hunting? Do you shoot more? Do you fish? He goes, well, I did have a problem with possums for a little while. And we're like, oh, awesome. Did you go out and kill them? He goes, well, I got my Glock out and I kind of thought about lightly pistol whipping.
Lightly pistol whipping. But then you go, you do own a Glock, though. You had it.
Yeah, it's like we had this image of him lightly pistol whipping a possum.
Oh, my gosh.
It was awesome.
I got to get that dude on. That'll be hilarious.
Yeah, I can link you up. He's funny.
That'll be cool.
But yeah, it's just kind of it takes on its own mind. There's no format. It just happens. You've been on it. You see what happens on there.
That's this show. It just
yeah. You just roll with it.
You just roll with it. Yeah.
But it's fun. I mean, we're not trying to do a whole lot with it. It's just kind of a local thing.
So I'm going to be on it next week, right?
Yep.
I'm coming on that. What are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about movies?
Probably.
I think we should talk about movies.
Yeah. You know what? You know what I miss the most about Talking Lead?
Me?
Is when,
Me?
Well, is when Marvel movies come out. And we talk about
and there's a plethora of them out right now.
Or Walking Dead series comes on, and we talk about it. Because Vanessa, she don't watch none of that.
Oh, she don't?
And Chad, he didn't watch much of that. And it's like, oh, did you see the new Guardians? Huh?
Who?
What? Oh, okay, never mind.
Is that a new security company? What?
I'm like, Marty's not here.
Yeah. So we'll have to talk about Guardians off air next week. And you got to go see Wonder. Have you seen Wonder Woman yet?
I haven't, but I heard it's awesome.
All right, so we got to watch that between now and then too, so we can talk about that.
Did they do better than friggin'
I haven't seen it yet.
Batman versus Superman? Oh, you hadn't seen it.
I haven't seen it, but I did listen to Fat Man on Batman today while I was mowing the yard, and they were talking about it, and it sounded like it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Batman versus Superman was the biggest pile of crap I'd ever seen in my life.
Yes. Yes.
And I was so excited. And I tell you what, if what's the guy that makes them, Chris?
For how many years that they were building that? I mean, that was back. They built the anticipation for that back. Remember I Am Legend with Will Smith, that zombie movie?
Yeah. They started talking about it then.
Yeah, and the background of that movie is the Batman versus Superman logo. Way back then. I mean, how long ago was that? That's been...
but the thing that pissed
2007 was when I Am Legend came out.
Oh, wow. Be Zack Snyder. That's it.
Okay, yeah, Zack.
So that guy has the balls, because he did so good with the Dark Knight series, making it dark, to turn Superman into dark movies. All three of them, or two of them, or whatever it was.
Well, two of them.
And then it's like, dude, okay, Batman, we get it. That was a dark story. He watched his parents getting killed. He turns into the Dark Knight. There was a whole comic book series
of
the Dark Knight. And he turns Superman from Boy Scout to, well, let's do him the same way as Batman. Make him dark. No, you can't do that with Superman. And then when people ask him, well, you got to use the Superman theme, because even my 6-year-old son, when he says, Daddy, can we watch Superman? And I say, which one you want to watch? He says the dun-dun-dun-dun-dun one. Because that theme song is awesome.
It's just trademark. Yeah, I mean, that's just Superman.
Yeah, as cheesy as the old 80 movies
were. And the fact that he made Lex Luthor the freaking Joker.
Yes.
You know, it's like, that's not Lex Luthor, that's the Joker. Come on, dude. Or it was a cross between the Riddler and the Joker. He crossed them.
And the best worst part of that entire movie.
We're talking about movies.
Oh yeah.
We fell down that rabbit hole.
The best worst part of that entire Batman versus Superman is Superman has killed millions of people in these fights, and I want to kill him because I'm Batman, and I take care of my company and all the people he killed my company, and I'm going to build up years of rage and create a kryptonite suit with all kinds of mechanical stuff and robot stuff where I can take, and I create a kryptonite spear, and I spend all this time, my boots. His
Kiss boots. Was it the dude from Kiss?
Yeah, Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons boots.
And I got Superman dead to rights, and I'm about to stab him, and he says, "Please tell Martha that or whatever he says."
Yeah, Martha.
And he looks at him and he goes, "Martha? Who's Martha?" That's my mother. Hey, my mom's named Martha too. Let's go fight together. What?
Did we just become best friends?
What just happened?
It was stepbrothers.
All this horrid stuff that you were like ready to kill him for, but because both your mom's names are Martha and everything's cool now,
right?
It's like, oh my god. Oh, and it had so much potential because the Death of Superman story was a good comic.
Oh yeah, it was. Now I did like the way that they did. What's the guy killed Killed Superman?
Oh, not Apocalypse.
Death something, isn't it?
Not Deathstroke, was it? No.
No. What the fuck's it called?
The spiky guy.
Yeah, the spiky guy. The big, not Apocalypse. We just said that.
We just went down. We just lost our geek card. You realize that, right?
I know, but I'm gonna edit, and it's gonna sound like we just didn't miss a beat.
Well, then, please, I'm looking. Who killed?
Death. I think it's something Death.
Doomsday.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did like Doomsday.
But yeah, so I was skeptical of how they were going to do one. And you know what I felt? You know who I felt horrible for?
In the movie?
Yes. I felt horrible for Ben Affleck because I thought he nailed Batman. And the movie was such crap.
Right.
And he did a good job as Batman. It was like,
I'll
dude,
agree
you
with
can't
that.
win for losing.
Yeah.
It was like, you can't win for losing. It's like you finally get the role that you're good at, and then the movie sucks.
And then they double down with the freaking Suicide Squad. You know, he's got that cameo in the Suicide Squad, which was still cool. I mean, it was his Dark Knight, which was cool. But, yeah.
Now, speaking of Ben Affleck and comics, and then I'll stop talking about movies. Otherwise, this show will be 8 hours long. Have you gone back and watched Daredevil, the director's cut?
The Netflix?
Yeah. Or no.
The Ben Affleck movie?
Yeah, there's a director's cut that came out that's got like 40 minutes more.
No, I couldn't bring myself to watch that movie again.
Do it. I saw where it popped up on iTunes.
Okay.
And I was like, I looked at the difference in time. I'm like, God, that's like 45 minutes more. And so then I went and watched the reviews, and everybody was like, why the fuck did they not release this movie instead of the crap that they released? And so I went back and watched it, and all the stuff that was like weird and didn't make sense, they tied it all together. And I was like, Yancey had never seen the original, my wife. And so I said, let's watch this together, and you tell me what you think. And after it was over, she goes, wow, that was amazing. I'm like, you know what's funny? If you would have watched the original, you would have hated it.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah.
And it was.
I got to go back and watch that then because I thought it sucked.
It was impressive. Yeah.
And then after Netflix, Daredevil, it's like, I'm not going to go back and watch that crap movie.
Oh, what about Luke Cage? I think that's my favorite Netflix so far.
I've liked all three of them up until they got to Iron Fist, and then Iron Fist just was a pile of shit.
Well, and I think where they screwed up there is you've got Luke Cage, Daredevil, and Jessica Jones they kind of had a little edge to them.
Yeah.
They cussed. There were sex scenes. There was all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Iron Fist was like a kid show.
But it wasn't even the sex and all that. It was just they didn't let him fight. They didn't let him bring out the Iron Fist as often and as much as there was too many freaking boardroom meetings, and him trying to get in back with these two people that want to have dick to do with him. Then why does he? And then they kept going, oh, poor. What about Rand? Poor Rand. What about Rand? It's like, you're trying to kill him. What do you care? Make up your mind.
And you could never figure out the sister and brother, what they were and how they were. It wasn't that great.
Yeah, it was. It was a struggle.
And then they tried so hard to tie the hand in, like they did in the other ones, where it was like, we're gonna.
Yeah, and even the fight scenes were just—they didn't look like they knew what they were doing, in my opinion. I mean, it's not like you ever watched The Badlands. We
watched the first episode, but we hadn't really got into it yet.
Or the Sense8. Have you seen Sense8?
Sense8. What's that?
SENSE and the number 8. It's freaking weird. But the fight scenes in it are really good. I thought they had pretty good fight scenes. Yeah, it's on Netflix. You gotta look it up. Yeah,
got it. Have you watched American Gods?
No. What is
on Stars? You gotta watch American Gods.
American Gods.
Did you watch Preacher?
No, I hadn't seen that either.
That's a graphic novel.
Okay.
Too.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I just hadn't
Preacher was good. American Gods
yet.
kind of has the same feel to it. It's kind of trippy, but it's good. But I think American Gods was a novel. I don't think it was a comic or a graphic novel. But Preacher, of course, that was a graphic novel.
Yeah.
And that series was really good. I was pleasantly surprised by that.
Cool. I'll have to check that one out.
But outside of that, it's the same old, same old. We're Walking Dead when they killed
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones is still rocking. But that fight scene at the end. Or wait, are you caught up?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I haven't started this new.
So the last season you didn't see?
Yeah, last season I saw. I haven't seen the new.
No, there hadn't been a new one yet.
Okay, so I hadn't seen it yet. What fight scene are you talking about? Which one?
The war scene where they have the circle and then the pile of bodies just starts piling up. And Jon Snow,
yeah. I saw that. Yeah,
that was amazing.
That
had to have been one of the best war scenes I've ever seen.
The best part was at the very end where released the hounds.
Yes,
I loved that. And I was like, finally, because I hated that guy.
Yeah.
I was like, somebody cut that little fucker's mouth off.
Bill.
All right, so that wraps up the Jackwagon Train and our movie reviews here on Talking Lead.
Did it become the longest Jackwagon Train ever?
But all right, real quick, where can everybody catch up with you? I know you're still with SDI too, and we haven't talked about SDI, so throw a plug in for SDI. Yeah,
SDI.edu, still running strong there. We're fully accredited. Associate's degree in firearms technology, advanced gunsmithing certificate, and we still have the standalone armorers courses. We did some restructuring, and my new role is the executive vice president of PP.
PP?
Yeah, I didn't realize it when my title came out that I was the executive vice president of product and positioning. And when I did the acronym, I'm the EVP of PP. And I'm like, great.
Nice. Way to think ahead.
So, yeah, going strong with SDI. Got a lot of cool partnerships in the works. And because we're accredited, we can't talk about stuff that's in the works.
Yeah.
Our advisory board, we revamped it. Chris Barrett, president of Barrett Firearms, is now on our advisory board. Casey Eusebio, Jesse Duff, Rob Pincus still.
I love Jesse Duff. If you can get me an interview with Jesse Duff, I'll be your best friend forever again.
Yeah, I can do that.
Love Jesse Duff.
And then, Ray Vaughn, gunsmith down at Moss Pond.
Yeah, Ray. Good old Ray. He's a fellow brother.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we got some good stuff going on there. And then, of course, Projectile Dysfunction on Facebook is the Outside In Show WTN. And then you'll see Projectile Dysfunction scribbled across the logo. And then on YouTube, it's Projectile Dysfunction. So, yeah, there's that.
So you got to get a shirt made with your new title on it.
Oh, my God. EVP of PP?
Right?
Yes.
So,
I might do that.
So we'll get the Leadheads to come up with a logo for that. We're having a design contest right now going on that you may not know about, and the Leadheads are in a contest to design their own logo for a T-shirt, patches.
Like a Leadhead logo?
Yeah,
or
Leadhead.
Logo?
No, Leadhead.
Nice.
Yeah, the subscribers, the listeners of the show, people who
That's
make
awesome.
the show. So they go to 1776united.com's website, and at the bottom, there's a link that says Leadhead Contest, and that's where you submit your design ideas. It could be slogan, it could be a logo, it could be both, combination, however you want to do it. The winner is going to get a T-shirt with that logo on it, a patch, and a classic Talking Lead logo design T-shirt, and a $100 gift card from 1776 United.
Yeah, can you not call it the classic logo? Because that just made me feel really fucking old.
Well, it's the only logo. So.
It's the old school Talking Lead logo.
Right. It's the only one we've ever had.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Ryan Cross, Hunter of Design.
Right.
And then we're working on a logo for Projectile Dysfunction. I want to do a little blue pill that's shaped like a bullet that has Projectile Dysfunction written in it, like Viagra.
Well, let's do this real quick. So let's announce the winner of our trivia question from last week for the 200th episode celebration.
Cool.
And then I got an idea what we're going to do.
All right.
So the question was, John Hayes with Do All Outdoors wanted you guys to tell him how long they have been in business. And the answer is 20 years. That was back in, was that 97? That'd make that 97?
Yep.
And our winner, and this is completely random. Drum roll, please. John Gallup. You are the winner, sir. So you will win that Do All Outdoors Target and swag package. So get in touch with me. Send me, you got the email address, talkinglead@gmail.com. We'll need your contact info, shipping address. I think it was a hat. I don't think there were any shirts in it. So don't need any of your sizes. All right. So this week, we're going to do a contest.
Yeah.
And we want some logo design ideas for Zeke's new show.
Projectile Dysfunction.
Projectile Dysfunction.
Do you realize how many dick cartoons you're going to be getting in the mail?
And there's no dicks. No dicks allowed. unless it's like hidden in there really good and nobody can tell what it is unless they just like squint their eyes.
Well, I thought about doing one where like somebody's shooting a rifle and the bullets just barely coming out and falling to the ground.
Right. But you can't have guns. You got to have something else in there because it's more than just, it's not guns, it's everything. So
a droopy microphone.
So projectile could be all kinds of different. I mean, somebody talking, a bunch of stuff coming out of their mouth, and it's just not coming out right, which would be awesome. So there you go, guys. So that's your what is it?
Assignment?
That's your contest assignment. Yeah, that's your contest assignment.
If you choose to accept it.
If you choose this, and the winner is going to get, I've got some more Do All Outdoors impact seal targets. So I'm going to hook you up with a couple of those. I've got some patches that I'm going to hook you up with.
I'll throw in a SDI patch and some SDI foam earbuds.
Okay, there you go. And I'll scrounge up some kind of T-shirt or something like that, and a couple of other cool things too that I got here in the lead swag box. All right, so there you go, lead heads. That's your next contest. Come up with a logo design for dysfunctional
projectile dysfunction.
Projectile dysfunction.
Just think of erectile dysfunction, but projectile.
We're trying not to get dicks involved in this. So.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shit.
No dicks. No dicks.
Except if you can do a way to make it look like a Viagra pill, but shaped like a bullet with it like carved in projectile dysfunction, kind of like Viagra is in the pill of the Viagra.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. It's just, I've tried Photoshop, I've tried everything, and I just can't make that effect happen. So, and I don't want to pay for it because we don't make any money off of this. So,
all right. So what they got to do is they've got to is like have that pill. Somebody like normal, and they and then they take that pill, and then now they're dysfunctional.
Yes, we make it worse.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so make sure you guys tune in and listen to me next week on the Projectile Dysfunctional show.
Yep.
We're going to be very dysfunctional. And that's on Saturdays.
Saturdays, 5 to 6 a.m. if you're in the night. Well, actually, we go. It's
live.
Our signal stretches all the way down to Huntsville, Alabama, all the way over to almost Jackson, Tennessee, Cookeville, Tennessee, and then up towards. I think it's been picked up in Bowling Green somewhere in there before. We actually had a guy call in one week when we did a live that was in Lexington. And I'm like, our signal goes up there? And he said he had some kind of signal booster. So, I don't know.
Okay. And then if they miss it, they can go to YouTube and listen to it.
Just listen to, watch it, whatever you want to do.
Are you guys got it set up as a podcast yet?
We did. We had it set up for a while. I don't have time to do it. I don't have time to sit there and edit it all and post it up to them.
Well, it's already edited, right? Don't do the edit.
Yeah, but they come out in segments because he has the commercial break. So I got to take them all, put it in Audacity, put the segments together. Then I got to
I got you.
Render it and do all that crap. And it's easier just throw the audio on a YouTube video and then boom, you're done.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool. Zeke, Squatch, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Oh, and keep a lookout because since I got a motorcycle, I may start a YouTube video called
got a motorcycle?
Yeah, I got a motorcycle. I may start a YouTube channel called The Gear Squatch.
the Gear Squatcher.
The Gear Squatch.
Nice.
And I'm doing it exactly like we did Talking Lead. You know, we're two guys that like guns, but we want to learn a lot.
Who's the other one with a motorcycle?
It's just me.
Okay. But you're going to do it like two guys?
Unless I find,
what would be hilarious is I'm riding and holding on to you in the back.
That would be awesome.
I'm like your little tumor back there.
That would be cool.
It would. All right, lead heads, that's enough of our shenanigans. We're going to go ahead and kick off Volume 6 of the 2017 NRA annual meeting coverage with Adam Garrison of High Threat Concealment. Adam is going to be co-hosting with me through these interviews that we're getting ready to have. Bill Hampstead with FLEOA. Bill has been on the show before. You guys are familiar with Bill. That's the Federal Law Enforcement Officers Association. And we get Tom Alibrando with IWI, Israeli Weapons Industries. Tom's got a lot of good information for you guys, talking about the Tavor and IWI itself. And then we get with Chase Welch of Zenith Firearms. And those are the guys that bring you the HK MP5 clone in the Z5 models. They've got all sort of different variants of that, and Chase gets into telling us about the latest and greatest that they have along those lines, and then some of the other products that they import from Turkey, some shotguns and some other handguns, and then there's a really cool infomercial, I guess you'd call it, that they've done video that involves Chase's mom and zombies. So you guys are going to love that. And then make sure you stay tuned at the end of these interviews to the post show, and we've got some great Father's Day ideas for you guys involving our sponsors: Frontier Tactical, Modern Spartan Systems, X-Steel Targets, Tactical Squirrel monthly subscription box service. That's something you guys are definitely going to want to check out. So here we go.
Get the cool flat thing, and I got to do the head here.
Because I'm the hostess with the mostest, baby. Because I'm left-hand.
That's some uncomfortable BS right there.
I spent extra on this mic just for me.
Excuse me, sir. You need to swallow that while I talk into this
in your
flat
mouth.
thing.
Yeah.
This bit deflector.
All right, guys, we are back. Day 3 of the NRA annual meeting. And we are in the coolest people of the show's booth, High Threat Concealment, ladies and gentlemen. And we do have Mr. High Threat Concealment himself here with us. Adam, what's up, baby?
50%.
Where have you been, man? I've been here all day, and you're just now.
I've been running around people-minded.
Adam Garrison, ladies and gentlemen.
Schedule keeper today to make sure everybody was
getting
here and leaving
You've been
here.
My social coordinator. I appreciate that, man. You've done an excellent job.
It's been a pleasure, brother. Thanks for
You've
coming
been a
here
slave
and hanging out
driver.
with us. We do our best.
We do what I can. Oh, selfie, everybody.
Everybody look at Sarah.
Perfect.
Awesome.
We got to take care of our social needs, you know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And we've got none other than Bill Hampstead, FLEOA.
Yes, sir. How you
brethren.
doing? Yes.
What's up?
Not much, buddy. Long time no see.
You about ready to go catch a train, plane,
yes.
automobile?
Yes.
Hopefully. Up out of here.
40 minutes and I'm popping smoke.
Have we got another one after this, or is this our last one?
This is, well, I tell you what, at some point when Bill has to leave and go catch an airplane, we'll probably work Jason here, and that's it, brother.
Okay, we want to work him in right now? Just do the whole thing?
We'll, we running out of mics?
I don't know. It's up to you. We'll do this and then we'll get
rolling. He's yakking right now.
So we've got with us also another guest. We have, and this is the first time we've had IWI on. Do you go to Big 3? Have you been to Big 3?
We have in the past, yeah.
Okay, have you been there?
I have not.
I've seen other people from IWI. I haven't met anyone from there yet, so this is the first time, my first interaction, Talking Lead's first interaction with IWI.
May God have mercy on your soul.
And we've got, and I'm going to say Tom, but I'm going to bastardize your last name.
Do it.
You see what happens.
Alibrando.
You got it. You nailed
Perfect.
it.
Tom Alibrando.
Done.
Love it.
You got it.
Well
It
done.
rolls off the tongue.
It does. Alibrando.
One of them long Sicilian names. Watch out.
There
No,
you go.
October is likely going to be Tom's, inaugural visit to CJ Land down at the Big 3.
Oh yeah, you coming down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe we are.
I'll be there. So we'll royally break him in.
It's a good time and
It
good
is.
food.
I heard about the food.
Yeah,
Good time,
Rebecca
good
probably
food,
told you.
good people.
Barbecue.
Yeah. Well, CJ almost jacked that up for us, but I think he's
I think he's fixing it though.
thinks he's fixing it. Yeah. So he said.
Had
So
a little issue with the lovely young ladies down there that served the barbecue, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. But he's circled back and he's got everything back together, and
Awesome.
we're gonna get our barbecue. So let's.
I will be there, but
Maybe.
maybe.
Bill and I, and I haven't talked about this much, so I'm glad you're here. The Sheepdog Impact Assistance Charity Ball.
Yeah.
Just last week? Last weekend?
Last weekend.
Yeah. So we've been on a whirlwind tour. We were in Arkansas. Now we're down here in hot Atlanta.
Yes, sir.
That was a great event that Sergeant Major put on.
Oh yeah, that was by far the best one. It's all of them are damn good. but
Yeah.
that one was awesome.
Raised. Did you ever hear the total?
I did not.
I mean, it was quite a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, over 30,000, I think.
easily.
Probably closer to 50,000, maybe.
I hope so.
Yeah, I do too. But I don't have a final tally on that. But thank you. I wanted to personally thank you for introducing me to Andy and Victoria, right?
The Boslers.
The Boslers.
Yes.
Yeah. Great group of people.
They are.
Yeah, and they are a pillar of support for Sheepdog Impact Assistance.
Yes, he in Buckminster. Oh,
yeah, Buckminster. Yeah, great guy.
Oh.
Great bunch of people.
Yeah.
Had a good time. So thank you for doing that, and there's a great connection right there.
No problem, brother.
So they've been working slave driving you here at High Threat Concealment as well, right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're having a ball too. So
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be with a better group of people. So
Yeah.
no complaints.
So talk about HTC.
Well, where to start? I guess sort of what we're trying to do here this year at NRA is a little bit different than our focus last year. We're really trying to get the word out to your average guy out there in the EDC community. That we've been known and recognized in smaller circles for a while now.
Right.
Our complete belt system, the low-profile system, and its different variants have tended to steal the show, grab all the attention, but we want to get the word out there that, hey guys, we make great holsters.
For everybody.
For everybody,
Yeah.
whether your bag is on the belt OWB carry, or our brand new line of re-engineered IWB holsters, the Spektre.
All right.
So
Is that the one I'm rocking right now?
It is.
The
That's
Spektre,
the one.
baby.
It's in your pants.
Got the appendix. Spektre's in my pants. I've had it on all day now.
What do you think?
This is the first time that I've taken. I haven't even noticed that it's been in there.
That's what we like to hear.
Just now when you said it, I was like, wait, I've got one right here.
Wait a minute, I think I got one of these things somewhere.
So
let me reach down in my pants and see what I've got. Yeah, I got one too.
And I know this wasn't mine because it's big and black. So
Well,
I just grabbed somebody else's.
It looked kind of funny, flat dark earth, I think.
Right.
Well, we've got, as you see,
watch that thing.
You see with so we got yours set up with the dual overhooks there.
Yep.
It took us a while, but we finally found a pair of dual overhooks that we were satisfied with.
Mm-hmm.
There's some extremely rugged ones out there, made on the market right now. Just being rugged wasn't enough for us. We wanted something that also fit some other important criteria, and we think we finally found those. Like everything we do, it's continuously evolving. We're constantly updating, making small changes to improve the product along the way. So on the Spektre, you've got 3 different attachment options. You can run these overhooks like you've got on yours, I've got on mine. For the guys that just have to have the soft loops, like the added measure of security, we've got those available as an option, or the most simplistic option of all is just that single fold-over belt clip for either 1.5 or 1 3/4 inch belts.
Now, if they're ordering this, do they have like a drop-down selection,
Absolutely.
or do you send it all?
You can. It's kind of your choice.
Okay.
I mean, if you know what you like and you know what you run, you can save a couple of bucks and just get the 1.5 inch option for your preferred style of clip, or hey man, if you want to try them all out and see what you like best, or just have all of them available, it doesn't.
Or maybe you need them all for
maybe
some
you
reason.
need it all for different applications, different clothing.
Right.
You can get it as a full kit as well.
Okay. Very good. So this is your latest, newest offering.
It is. We've also really tooled up around pistol caliber carbines right now. Are definitely one of the things out there. We love them. We're all shooters.
Yep.
So we've got mag carriers out now across the full spectrum for the CZ Scorpion Evo, the SIG
Nice.
MPX. your Colt SMG pattern,
Yeah.
sub guns as well.
And you guys are going to have, we had the Hudsons on earlier.
Absolutely. We're going to be
you
supporting
guys are going to be
the
supporting
H9.
the H9, yeah.
Yeah, we're excited about that. Cool pistol. I know Tom wants one.
Yeah, so you're going to have the magazine carrier for those too, right?
Absolutely.
Because those are proprietary magazines,
Yep.
as they were telling us.
For the Scorpion, for the MPX.
And the Hudson.
And we've got, your roller locks too, your MP5s.
Very cool. Very cool. So have you got anything new in the belt line?
Yes, we do. We got a brand new EDT belt. EDT stands for Everyday Tactical.
Mm-hmm.
It's a reboot of a product we had before, which was also an EDT, but we feel that this one fits the bill a little better. It's meant to be, as the name would imply, an everyday belt, but one that's surfaced with the Velcro loop, so that at any given time you can throw on one of our modular belt systems over that and lock it in. So it's reinforced, double layer nylon with a super rugged but low profile Austria Alpin Cobra frame buckle. So that's
what I love about all your products are low profile,
and it's
and that's the whole concept behind that's what you guys do. That's your niche.
Well, and don't let me forget, I've got a belt for you too that goes with that holster.
All right, sweet, thanks, brother.
Cool.
I was gonna make myself a note here about hanging it right on. So, but I know Bill's he's trying to get out of here. So
I got a little bit of time.
Let's do your stuff. Let's talk about FLEOA real quick.
Well, like last time I shot, we're just gearing up for Police Week in 10 days. So I'll be down there spending 2 days.
That's just coming up, next week?
Yeah. I leave the 10th or the 11th, and 11th and 12th I'll be in Capitol Hill meeting with whoever.
Sitting on Capitol Hill.
Yep, walking around there doing the lobbying thing for our membership.
Well, good for you, man.
Yeah, but otherwise, down here with Adam, graciously invited me to come down and help.
I think he's been working you, hasn't he?
And we've been super glad to have him. It's been
a busy show, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
It's been a really good show.
We're still not huge, so all the helping hands we get, help us do these trade shows and still keep things running and operating back home.
Right on.
Adam has seen some great benefit from the membership who've really taken to High Threat Concealment's offering to the FLEOA members. So I'm glad it worked out great for them.
Well, that's
great people.
Again, like you said, you guys are doing products for everybody, but you started off with the professional in mind.
Absolutely. The business was certainly born out of the professional end user, and where we come from, our background in diplomatic security. The product sort of evolved around that mission, and continues to evolve for other similar and complementary applications.
Very cool.
And we've.
Do you want to talk about the golf tournament?
FLEOA.
Oh yeah, the golf tournament, May 19th. You will be there.
I may be there.
You may be there. You're still giving me this crap.
I'm still on the fence on this.
Nothing
to do with you.
I know.
I got stuff going on right now.
No,
I got stuff going on.
No, I'm just giving you grief, dude. If you
can
make it, you can make it. If not, cool. They're Concealment's helping out.
If any of our lead heads are in the area, I don't think they could play with us. I think you got a full boat, but feel free to.
Packed.
What's the golf course? Where's it at?
Northville Hills Golf Club.
Okay, because we've got some lead heads that live up that way that were asking. Where it was that they're like, hey, I'll just come by and say, hey. I was like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So say it again.
Northville Hills Golf Club, Northville, Michigan.
Okay.
Just off of 5 Mile.
There we go.
So, there you go. May 19th, 9 a.m. shotgun start, and off we go.
Good deal. All right, so you just leave whenever you need to.
I will.
Okay, just pick up and go. Tom.
Yes, sir.
IWI.
Yes, sir. Israel Weapon Industries. So it's predecessor, where it came from, IMI, familiar with that. Home of the Uzi, home of the Galil.
Right.
In 2012, IWI was born, and they came out originally with the offering of the Tavor, which is the IDF's choice for their frontline units, is what they were using.
Absolutely.
So it's a bullpup system, and unlike some other bullpup systems that might have been out there that are kind of neat insofar as they're compact, but the ergonomics may not have been, what you wanted. Some of them were very reliable, very accurate, but the ergos were kind of tough to deal with.
Yeah.
From a maintenance and parts standpoint, that was another kind of challenge that folks had with them. For me, just dealing with them throughout my professional career, attaching stuff to it was extremely challenging because there's not a lot of ability to do so. So the Israelis, they ran M4 type systems for a long time. They're dealing with urban environment, then they're going out open space, kind of the desert area, then fighting back into urban again.
Right.
Which is kind of what our guys do all the time overseas. It's like that in Iraq and other places too. So they wanted something that could kind of fit the bill for the CQB role without compromising, engaging at distance. So that's when the Tavor kind of came out. Actually came around in '97. They were working on it. They had field tested it. But
I was gonna go. You said 2012. I was like, hadn't the Tavor been around?
No. 97. 2003 is when they adopted it officially, and then about 4 years ago it got modified to it's called the X95 variant.
Right.
So
its current iteration,
its current animal, which is the 95.
It's a beast.
It's actually a very easy weapon to shoot. Adam's got one. We went out and he shot it once, and they turned around and ended up buying one. And this is before I worked for IWI.
Yeah.
I'm a foreign weapons freak, and I like working with all kinds of platforms. And we had to, Adam, the background that I had overseas, you were dealing with foreign weapons all the time, PKMs, RPKs, that kind of thing.
Right.
So I like all kinds of things. They're all built around a specific philosophy. Sure. Every weapon system, every platform is. Theirs is built around, they have a conscript military. They issue it out. They don't want it to break. They don't want to mess with it again. It's going to be in a dirty environment. It may or may not be cleaned.
Don't want to clean it a lot.
The best way,
Sure.
Depending on who has it, But and they built a platform based around that. Hammer forged barrel lasts forever. Everything kind of sits in the back. But the ergos were the things that really made it kind of awesome. You can run it right and left shoulder when you have the right training to understand how to do that.
Everything's ambi.
You can switch everything from right to left. So you can shoot it one-handed. I went with Steve Fisher up to. This was the shot of the day. Steve Fisher and I, when we get together, we get stupid. It's just something that happens. We had the X95 out, and we're 309 yards, and we were shooting standing, kneeling, prone, and hitting the plate. And idiot that I am, I pulled the weapon up with one hand, and I made a 309-yard shot. One shot, and I'm done.
Did you lay money on that?
Oh, no, I just did it. I says, he goes, one-handed, huh? I said, yeah, let's try that. Pow, ding. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm done.
Surprise yourself, right?
No, well, I knew I was going to hit it eventually. I thought it'd be a second-round hit, but and then he had to step up, and then he hit it on the third round. He nailed it. He hit it on a third. So he's like, wow, this thing's, it balances well. I teach a lot of officers. We actually have a training program. Civilians can go to it too, but I go to agencies when they adopt it, and I train them up on it because the manual of arms is different. It's about a 700 to 800 round iteration in 2 days. It's a lot of repetition, even transitions, things like that.
Yeah.
And all we're doing is, hey, under stress, this is how you run the gun. This is how you make it work. The school that we run, the Academy, IWI Academy, we're mobile right now. We have a class going on in Ohio, one down in Virginia Beach down by Adam.
Are these for everyone to take?
Everyone can take them.
Open enrollment, right?
It's an open enrollment. The Tavor 1 is just the rifle. There's no pistol involved. It's literally everything you could know about the rifle.
Learn your rifle inside and out.
Inside and out.
Learn how
to run it. This is how you zero it. This is how you maintain it. This is how it actually works. This is how to clear your malfunctions, your reloads, positions, turns, pivots, the whole thing. And then we shoot out the distance. We'll try and get out to 300 with them, so they can confirm that, hey, this is a zero. This is what the gun's doing.
Mm-hmm. So this is a one-day class.
Two
day
days.
class.
2 days, about 800 rounds, give or take. It's first day is only about 350 rounds. The second day is really shooting intensive. It's very shooting.
So more classroom, hands-on kind of stuff with
first 2 hours.
Day,
you got to get the head straight and strewn throughout the training. And Adam knows this just from my previous life as well. It's geared around the individual's needs, and it's around a fighting mindset. It's not necessarily a competition thing. There's little bits of we're dribbling little tactical thoughts in there. The mindset you're supposed to have when you're fighting the gun. Trying to get people to understand that the repetition is what's going to help you get through some of the stress. Right. So, and we try to apply the tactics to the individual. So, I'm not going to take a homeowner who never works in a team environment and have him, do peels or contact breaks or something. There's no point in that. It's all the tactics are going to apply to that individual's needs. And it's, you don't have to be ninja-fied. It just has to be practical for what you're doing. And I think that's some of that's left. There's a lot of if there's folks that show up, and this happened when I taught at Blackwater and Academy. You know, some folks want to show up with the plate carrier and the brain bucket and all that stuff. When somebody breaks into the house,
you're not gonna have all that.
I doubt the brain bucket with the nods are going to go on. You know, it's going to be grab the weapon and do your thing, right?
There's always that one guy though.
There's the one guy.
Boxer shorts.
Hey y'all, just stay down there for 5 minutes. I got a kid up, right?
Yeah.
So.
Wouldn't it be funny though if somebody showed up in their boxer shorts?
That would be it right there. Exactly.
This is what I'm going to be wearing, so come on.
Exactly.
Let's train.
So when we have the Leos in the class, you know, we try and apply it to, hey, you may have 2 guys. It might be just 2 of you. It's not going to be a whole team. The tactics have to apply to that. For an individual, like the level 3, you have 1, 2, and 3 course. The 3 is based around, I'm an individual, now I have to fight the gun. This is the extreme, you know, one-handed. I have to be able to manipulate it, malfunctions, clearances, one-handed. You may have to clear a room or 2 by yourself, which is never preferred, but that's something that comes up.
Might happen. Yeah.
You might happen. I have to get to my daughter's room.
Anything can happen.
And clear and hold 1, right?
Yeah.
So
you don't prepare for it, then
that's what we're trying to do.
Know what to do. Yeah.
So
do you mix the classes with civilians and law enforcement and military guys? Yeah, sometimes
there are Leos in there. The only time that we have an exclusive Leo class is, like, let's say an agency purchases the weapon. Then I skew the training completely to that.
Right.
And I may have, like, one class, there's a lot of guys that are doing entry work. So a lot of the tactics and a lot of the skill sets are really designed around, you know, maybe I don't want to say assault work, but raid work.
Sure.
You know, serving warrants or hostage rescue, something like that. It's a high risk. It's the high risk, the aggressive stuff, where you're looking for it as opposed to it coming to find you. You know,
right?
And that's you know, those tactics change based on what you're doing. But yeah, we'll occasionally have officers in there with civilians, which I think is great because they're interacting, they're talking to each other, they're kind of seeing what's going on. If I have a couple of officers, and let's say, you know, we're doing reloads or transitions or something like that, if they have communication that they would use on the street, I allow that to happen. Go ahead. Don't change anything. Here's another thing that comes down to practical training, which, you know, a lot of folks go to a range and they get programmed by the instructor. I tell you, you will do X, Y, and Z when I tell you to do it, right? So I'll be doing tack reloads or something like that, and their gun runs dry, yet they do a tack reload. You know, so my rule of thumb, and usually on the first day, first hour on the range, and the guys know this, is if you do something that makes sense, it's practical, it's safe, I don't care.
Right.
I don't want you to be a robot. We're trying to train thinking folk, not just, you know, rote people out there doing like a robot what I tell them to do.
Right.
I don't want that. So that's everything's kind of based around that. It's practical.
Are these classes part of the purchase of the rifle, or is that an additional thing?
Additional thing. It's on the website. It's a separate. You know, get the weapon, get the training kind of.
Sure.
Thing.
Yeah. I mean, probably the majority of the people that are buying them aren't going
to be spun up on it.
They're taking the classes anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. They're probably going to have to get used to it.
Yeah.
And IWI. I mean, the way this whole thing started was we actually had the program at Academy. We wrote it. I wrote the program at Academy, and I was teaching it there. The Israelis were there watching me do it, and this is what I'm putting out. And it's a blend of Israeli tactics and techniques with U.S. techniques.
Sure.
And they saw it, and they went, yeah, we like that. That's what we want. That's efficient. It makes sense. That's what we're going to do, because I work with those guys directly that are IDF. So we shoot together. We have shot together, so we get it, you know. And those guys are obviously in contact. Even to this day, even though they work for us, they're in the reserves, so they have to do their. During Gaza,
they have to.
We could not talk to them because they were busy. You know, they had to go do stuff.
Yeah.
So it's relevant and practical for both sides of the ocean, I guess.
Yeah. So the Tavor, IWI Tavor, is that the only?
Oh no, we got other. But we got more, right?
But
so,
wait.
The Galil is the last thing that came out over the last couple of years. We started with the 7.62 uses AK mag. Galil came out with pistol with brace, the rifle, and then pistol without a brace. I like the brace. I kind of dig it myself. That's the one I have.
Yep.
The latest one we brought out recently it's the Galil 5.56. So that's the newest one. The original Galil, if you remember in history, was a 308 and a 5.56. Okay. The 5.56, there's a full size. There's a real small one that they had as well, like a micro Galil. Micro. Well, they kind of went along those same lines. They changed the name of it.
Those Israelis like to use micro, don't they?
A lot.
Yeah, their Micro X95 is the full auto. The Micro Galil is the full auto X95. The Micro X95 is the full auto 13-inch barrel version. It's like 22.8 inches and ridiculous to shoot. It's fun to shoot.
It's awesome.
It's incredibly under full auto. It's really
beast,
easy to control. No, Steve Fisher, if you go on YouTube, X95. Fish and I, another one of those stupid challenges. I'm like, hey, let's go back to 50 yards, and we're going to hit those 12 by 18 plates at 50 yards in full auto, 2-round, and we were hitting every one of them.
Ding, ding, ding.
In full auto, nice. All the way down the line. So the gun runs. But the Galil 5.56 is based on it's called the Galil 21N. It's what they have in Israel, and it's theirs is full auto. Obviously, we have it for law enforcement, here military, but. Everything about the ergos of the Galil 5.56 are the same, except it's got a bolt hold open too, which the 21N had as well.
Okay.
It's on the right side of the receiver. It's right where your index finger would be. If you think of a bad lever from a it's kind of in that location. It's right there, but it's on the receiver. It's part of the receiver.
Okay.
So when the weapon runs dry, you hit the mag release just like an M4. It's on both sides, ambidextrous mag release. Hit it with your index finger, load, and then above that, you just kind of rock it down, and it drops, and you reload. It's fast.
Super intuitive, yeah.
If you go on the IWI website, there's a 30-second blurb. Sparky, that would be me, is shooting it, doing a reload, and I'm dropping and kneeling, and you can kind of see that whole process as soon as the mag goes in.
Is it just IWI.com?
Yeah, IWI.US.
.us, yeah.
Okay, IWI.US.
And if you go on Facebook or whatever, we have a Facebook page, and it shows that happening too. We're announcing that it's coming out in the next month or so.
Cool.
Rifle form, pistol with brace, and the decision about the brace came out.
Yeah.
Well, it's the SB tactical brace. It's the exact brace that we use. So that works out.
You should be able to shoulder now and not
worry about
it.
ATF falling out of the sky, parachutes, and fast ropes.
But again, it's an opinion letter, so it's changed 3 times already. But
it might change again. We'll see.
Who knows?
I just say, do what you want.
It's your thing.
Do what you want, man.
Do what makes you happy.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to shoulder it, Dadgum.
Yeah, I think most of those guys, we actually met some of them from technical branch. They came to an armors course. We offer armors courses too, and they're good guys. They go to the armors courses to understand how the gun works and how people modify it. That's the reason they go to that kind of thing. Nice. But they're good dudes, and that decision came out, and they're trying to reconcile it. They got backed in a corner and having to answer it. That's kind of how that started in the first place.
They kept asking the question until they got the answer they didn't want, basically. Yeah.
So you're telling me I can do it? Yes, you can do it.
So these guys
you're telling me I can do it?
But what if?
For real, you're telling me? No, now you can't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Quit asking.
Stop bothering the parents. Stop asking mom for something. And
exactly.
Finally, she's going to say no. They just kind of let it be, and then they got backed in the corner. And now they've come out with that other way of looking at it. And,
sure.
Kind of reconciled that a little bit. So
I just say repeal the NFA and we don't have to worry about it.
Maybe baby steps, man. Let's get rid of. Just like Tim Harmson, has said recently with the SB tactical braces and everything, from a practicality perspective, it really sort of makes the short-barreled rifle portion of the NFA sort of obsolete. Kind of what's
really
the
does
point now?
Yeah. It may modify. You got to be careful about getting rid of that branch, though. ATF. Everybody's anti-ATF. I get it.
No.
But at least the guys that are working in that world, they understand exactly the systems and what's going on. So at least they're educated. If they lose it and it goes to somebody else,
and a bureaucrat has to make that
bureaucrat gets
decision.
a hold of
Absolutely.
it who doesn't understand what they're looking at, with the 100-round clips. Remember
they
that?
don't understand what they're looking at anyway.
Now you're trading in, one bureaucratic thing for something that may be worse. You got to be careful what you pray for, because
we're not saying replace it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
There's not don't take it away and replace it with something. Just do away with it.
Exactly.
It could just be the AT.
There you go, the
Alcohol and
AT.
tobacco.
Just take the F out of it, guys.
Yeah, we'll see. But
the fun out of ATF.
The fun. That's it right there. But yeah, it's so it's a great company. We're small. The marketing team is small, but we're mighty. I guess that's the best way to put it. We can maneuver in every direction. And
where are you guys based in the U.S.?
Harrisburg, PA. Believe it or not.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So we assemble there. Some of a lot of the parts are U.S. made. Some have to come from Israel, obviously.
Sure.
And then we manufacture there, and then it goes out to our distributors and whatnot. But there's two sections, obviously commercial and LE. I'm the LE sales manager, so my job is LE military, government, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
But on the training side, if I can kind of brag on Tom for just a second.
No. You don't
stroke him, man. Stroke him.
I know Tom for a really long time, and he's, what's cool is, when he was living local to us, I would always drag him out. Not exactly kicking and screaming, thankfully.
No, I like
to go do some training and everything. And,
right.
Just something to put out there to anybody out there that owns an X95, that owns an IWI Tavor, and I mean, you haven't really received any quality, top-notch, rifle-specific training on that weapon system. I mean, this is the guy you really want to run you through the paces there. He's going to make you proficient, help you run that gun to its fullest capability.
Yeah.
I obviously got...
Not all companies offer training courses on their specific system, so it's great that IWI is doing that.
It's a great opportunity, and
so it gives you the consumer a leg up on
this guy.
Some
sold
of these
me.
other guys.
I mean, he's been selling IWI rifles before he worked for IWI, with me especially.
I tried to break it. I bought one for way too much money when they first came out. It was dumb. I mean, I don't even. It's embarrassing. $2,400. So it was stupid. I was like, I need it, because I
gotta have this in my life.
Again, I work with a bunch of other platforms that were good, but they didn't really offer me anything. So, and I ran 1,800 rounds through it just to see if it would malfunction or something, and I got it dirty.
Didn't clean it.
I didn't clean it, and then I went, wait a minute, this is my own weapon. Maybe I should treat it like a little bit.
Yeah, I just paid $2,400 for this.
Let me fix it. So, and then but that's kind of what sold me on it. Was it ran like a top, and that's when I was working for Academy. So I was running out to 600 or 700 yards, and I mean, I was getting stupid with it. Anything I can do, try. And Adam knows I break things.
It's a gift.
There's, I
have a reputation for that myself.
I bought a Glock. I went from a Beretta because I broke my Beretta, the locking block. That was notorious for that.
Yeah.
And Beretta fixed it. I'll tell you this: the gun ran fine. They fixed it quick, but. So I turned around, I bought a Glock because I'm like, okay, Glocks don't break perfection, right? I broke it 4 times within 6,000 rounds, 2 trigger return springs, 2 extractors. That was the early Glock. Yeah, but I was beating it up pretty heavily. And I'm like, oh my God, is there anything I can touch that just won't shatter on me? I don't know if I have a single pistol that I haven't done something to it and messed it up. There's one Glock I haven't broken yet, but I will eventually. It's going to happen.
It's coming.
Yeah. I'm due. But anyway, I work with Adam too. Work with high threat concealment. I actually run a lot of his kit. I work State Department stuff as well, and that's the kit you want to wear under. But the cool thing about his rig, I'll brag on him a little bit. He made a belt pad that you can either be concealed or you can attach the belt pad, and it pushes it away from your body. I'm not real big on if I can get it off my thigh. I don't want to. I know some people are just awesome for the G.I. Joe on your thigh,
drop leg.
But I like having it a little higher, especially if you're in a vehicle or something like that. The reason I like pushing it out is if you're wearing plates, I got to be able to access everything. So when he got the pad, he ran the pad on it. I can run that in full kit. I wear it every day when I'm doing demos or teaching. And
pad pushes it out.
Pad pushes it out. I put a velocity plate carrier over the top of it and my rig, and I'm just cooking with gas. It's probably one of the more comfortable things I've ever had.
Well, and what Tom's talking about is our low-vis battle belt. I mean, we pretty much wanted to take the battle belt concept, put it on a little bit of a diet, thin it out some, and really traditionally, the battle belts with dynamic movement, they shift around a lot on you, bounce. We wanted to lock it into place. So it utilizes, our 2-belt system, just like our regular low pro systems. And so you get the option. It comes with, Comes with one of the slim grip inserts, so if you need to throw it on expediently, you can do that, and it'll kind of stick in place. If you really want to lock it in, though, it works best with one of our Velcro underbelts. So once you tension that thing down, it's not going anywhere. It gives you a little extra measure of comfort. If still concealable, you can still conceal it if you kind of plan around it, but it gives you a little more comfort option as well.
Yeah. I run it.
It looks comfortable, huh?
I run it with the Velcro belt. It doesn't shift on me. When you're out teaching or doing stuff, you're wearing it all day.
And Bill's been running it nonstop under a button-up shirt, all for the entire show here for 3 days, and he's flashing people like a guy in a raincoat constantly. Their eyes get
Police
big.
have been called at least 3 times. Excuse me, sir.
Is he getting on the plane with that?
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
He'll probably forget he has it on.
I know, that's what I'm saying. You might want to remind him he's got it
Sir,
on.
your pre-check's been denied, sir. You're going to have to go through the
You had to
regular
come with
line.
us.
Yeah, I know. But and he also makes rigs for the Jericho pistol. We run the Jericho, so they're great. It's a good pistol. It's just harder to find rigs or holsters for it. So he actually sorted us out with that. So it works out great.
Very
good
cool.
combo.
So we've got another gentleman here joining us.
What's up, man?
Introduce yourself.
I'm Chase with Zenith Firearms.
Chase with Zenith Firearms.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for sitting down and joining us.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate
you could have joined in the conversation.
Dude, he was riveting, man. Like,
I know. I was like hanging on.
Dude, no, but I'm a sucker for this training stuff. So I'm just like, oh yeah, tell me more. What's up? I want to get.
Where can I get this training?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, go buy a gun right now.
Chase is plugged in. He loves training.
Yeah, dude. That's my heart and soul, man. So for sure. So that's awesome, dude. You guys are killing it. So it's actually it's funny, working for Zenith Firearms, and we're literally right now like all right, we got to offer training for this platform because we're working with primarily with the roller delay platform, and it's definitely one of the least known operating systems and least known manual of arms in the industry. So trying to get some stuff put together for that right now.
Some knowledge
you're
out there.
on it. Like that is the way to do.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, people you just. Yeah, exactly. You've got to consumer education is important, and especially when you're selling stuff people could stake their life on. Yeah. We have a responsibility to our customers to provide them every bit of quality we can, not just in manufacturing and customer service, but in knowledge transfer as well. So that's awesome.
Absolutely.
It's so cool that you guys are doing
they
that.
look at it, or they look at something. It's just different. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's different, is that a plasma rifle?
Yeah, totally. Absolutely. Yeah.
And 40-watt ram.
Yeah.
So tell us about Zenith Firearms.
So we started about 3 years ago. We're importer of firearms from Turkey. We work.
There's those Turkey people again.
That's it, man. Yeah, you guys had
MKE.
Century on over earlier, and man.
Century, and there was a shotgun company that I met last night.
Turkish. They make a lot of Turkish shotguns. I
Dude,
didn't know until recently.
Yeah, honestly, Turkey's been making shotguns for,
long time.
for a long time. They make some really, really nice stuff.
Really nice shotguns.
We see shotguns coming out of Turkey for 100,000 plus all the time. It's just, super nice stuff.
Yeah.
But on our end, we started 3 years ago. We're working with MKEK. So they've been around, literally making weapons since the Ottoman Empire. So since the 1600s. In continuous operation.
Right.
So they were licensed.
All right. Tom's bugging out. Tom, thank you so much. IWI.US.
IWI.US. I'm sorry to bug out.
No worries, man. Good to meet you.
Go clean stuff up. My boss is going to hate me if I don't
Oh,
get it.
that's cool.
You're on the right track with what you're thinking.
Oh, dude, thank you.
Absolutely.
It's awesome.
We'll see you at Big 3 maybe.
Brother, thank you.
Absolutely.
Right.
So we specialize in the roller delay platform. So MK was licensed.
What platform?
The roller delay. So
roller delay.
Yeah. So it's honestly
you're all jacked up on caffeine right now, dude. You're like
Mountain Dew.
Dude, yeah, dude. It's been an awesome show, but it's been so long. So I know it's coming on, and I'm like, I should probably not be a zombie when I get on. And now I'm like, that was a bit too much. But yeah, so
tell all the listeners who might not know.
Yeah.
When we say roller delay,
right. So what is it's based? Most people will be familiar with the MP5 platform, and essentially what it is, it's a delayed roller blowback. So invented by the Germans a little bit before, around the post World War I era. Roller locks is a common term for it as well, and that was actually used in the larger caliber machine guns like the MG42. But when you get the cartridge down a little bit smaller, you don't actually need to lock it out, the system out anymore. And so essentially it's people are used to blowback guns, fire from an open bolt.
Right.
Essentially the Germans didn't like that because they're like, well, it's not as refined, it's not quite as accurate. a lot of weight transfer going on during the cycle of operations. So they figured out a way to still have a delayed blow, a system that was delayed in the blowback slightly, so that they could fire from a closed bolt, maintain more accuracy, high degree of reliability. In fact, as the gun wears in and goes through, however many rounds you want to run through it full auto, the only thing that really wears out is the rollers. So if you look at it, if you can think of like a chamber, maybe like on an AR-15 or something, you'd essentially just have like 2 indents on either side of the chamber, and when the bolt goes into battery, 2 little rollers, like just anything you might see on like a like a conveyor belt or something, just little metal rollers. They just slide into those indents, and they just fit in there. And when there's high pressure in the chamber, like when a round's been detonated, the rollers are pretty much stuck in those indents. The pressure drops as the round uncorks and cycles the action. So it's super reliable, super simple. So MKEK was licensed under HK for about 40 years for manufacturing. They did a lot of work for them, and the license expired. H&K decided not to renew it. But they were legally able to still produce the weapons. The Turkish military picked them up and were using them exclusively at that point, so they still all are using all the roller lock or roller delay platforms.
Right.
So we started importing those 3 years ago, and just been working to bring the weapon to market, build that market exposure, but also modernize the weapons. So my background is with Marine Corps infantry, so I came at it like I break everything, and I can't break these guns, and I really love that.
Another one that breaks.
It's just like so much stuff, dude. Like I broke our booth twice setting up, and it was already built. Like we didn't do anything to the booth, and I broke it. It's like, how do you do this, man? It's amazing.
It's a gift.
Yeah, dude. So what we're trying to do is I love the heart of this weapon. Like Jim Fuller from Rifle Dynamics, said like the heart of an AK is amazing. Don't ever touch it, but everything else can change. And that's kind of the way we look at this. Like the roller delay operating system is super, super reliable. I mean, literally, like there's old World War II videos of like Germans breaking rocks in the action. Like just dropping rocks in there while it's cycling, and it'll crush rock. Like it's just,
oh my god,
it's super robust.
Awesome. For a suppressed weapon system too. It really shines.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam is running one suppressed 9mm and
Z5P.
Yeah, buddy, and they're super nice. But when I look at a gun, I look at it from reliability and manual of arms. And it's not where people are used to when you compare it to the AR platform.
That's right.
So and it's not as modular either. So that's something that we're really working hard on, is trying to bring that modularity.
When you see it, and you brought one, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. I got one right here. Oh yeah, I gotta have some hands on.
Boom.
And like you
I'm
were
upset
talking,
he didn't bring the IWI and Tavor over here.
Yeah.
For me to have a little hands on.
Well, it's fine. Tom had showed up earlier, and we were kind of running behind.
Oh, I know.
We've had a good time
today.
I think he had brought the Galil over, the new,
that's the
brand new one, the 5.56 Galil.
Galil.
It's really slick.
Those are sexy beasts.
Check this thing out.
All right. So again, what am I holding here?
All right. So you're holding the Z5RS, and that's actually the version we just released here at the show. And that is the SB Tactical Folding Arm Brace. So it's great timing with the ATF's opinion letter released. Alex been great with us. Alex Bosco, the owner of SB Tactical, man, he's been awesome to us. Got us the braces in time.
Dude.
So yeah, super good dude. Put in the work with the ATF. Got the big part of getting that opinion changed, and we're loving it, man. So. That is the railed version. So it comes with a tri-rail from Samson Manufacturing. And just talking with
good.
Yeah. It looks nice, man. I really like it. And I was actually just talking with him at the show. And that is it's a tri-Picatinny rail. So it's a little bit legacy. And they're working right now on an M-Lock rail. So we'll be upgrading to M-Lock rail from some manufacturer. We're not totally sure. They don't know if they can roll it out in time, what kind of volumes, whatever. But we definitely, like I said, we're dedicated to increasing the modularity of that weapon system as much as we can, while keeping the heart of it, the operating system of it, intact.
And this is the 9mm.
Yes, sir.
We got our safety over here.
Yep. And it's compatible with all legacy parts for the H&K platform.
What about magazines? What kind of magazines are we using in this?
All of our guns ship with 3 30-round mags.
Okay, are they proprietary?
HK pattern.
HK pattern mags. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right. And we're actually working with a number of different U.S. mag manufacturers right now to get samples in, so we can make mags to help with 922R compliance when we start doing rifles. We're able to do factory SBRs right now. We're working on factory full auto as well right now. So for dealer samples, LE sales, whatever. Right now our guns are up at Crane as well. There's some NSW guys looking at using them for specific applications. So
how long has this been out? This
about 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, man.
Well, that was my first exposure to Zenith Firearms, was one of the roller locks, and I remember picking it up for the first time and saying, it's not. I don't think you guys. There's been other HK MP5 clones out.
Yeah.
This was I remember picking it up and saying, "Wow."
Yeah, man. And
just the quality on it.
Yeah, and there are some other guys out there doing some really great work on them, but they're I guess almost like boutique. I don't mean that in a bad way, but they're small production. Everything's hand done, and we are definitely a production line. We're working off of one of 2 currently existing lines in the world that are still from HK. Like, look at our machines, they say HK on them,
right?
That stuff. So yeah, they're super nice. They're made to the proper specs, and I love those things, man.
Yeah, and they just run.
Yeah,
I mean,
you got to do the slap, man.
Slap on the base, slap on the base.
Yeah. Adam, the first time you saw him was that Big 3 like 2 years ago?
It was
3 years ago?
Yeah, Big 3.
Yeah.
What's it been? 3 years?
3,
now?
I guess so. Yeah,
I think
man.
it has been 3.
Yeah, that was neat.
And it's interesting, when right before Tom left, and you were getting into it as well on the training side. It's interesting to run. You see a lot of people that you're really interested in the roller locks and getting into them, but there's not a whole lot of knowledge out there still floating around with people that really have been trained, have the proper the old doctrine of running a roller lock, with how to work the reloads, combat reload, tac reload, and with never insert or drop a mag on a closed bolt.
On a closed bolt, yeah. And that's actually something we're working on. We found out that you can change the geometry a little bit internally on the magazine.
Really?
So when we come out with, I'm going to say this, totally hold us to it. Please don't hold us to this. No, but we're really working to have the geometry change just slightly so you could actually load on a closed bolt when we do our US made magazines.
Awesome.
So that would be nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
So not
and you got a threaded barrel.
Yeah, so it's got a 1/2x28 thread as well as that tri-lug adapter, so you can suppress. Use a suppressor to lock on the tri-lug. There's a number of companies that make great tri-lug adapters for their cans, or you just go direct thread, whatever you want.
Okay, very nice. And what's the MSRP?
MSRP on the base gun, so it just ships as a pistol with an end cap, no brace or anything like that, is. I do marketing, not sales. So it's right around.
So they can go to your website and find that out?
Please go to zenithfirearms.com.
There you go.
For all product information.
Ballpark?
Ballpark is right on 1,800 MSRP.
Okay.
They're normally found for the 1,600 mark, out there in the world.
Just north of 1,600, street, what you're going to see
value.
street at your local gun store.
You'll be seeing the new SB
very
tactical
good quality.
Models. Thank you.
You can tell just by
picking it
just
up.
by touching it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
There's actually a local range to us called the Machine Gun Nest in Northern Virginia, and they've got 3 of our platforms, and I believe the lowest count is about 25,000 rounds on one, and the other 2 are about 60,000 rounds, and so far they've replaced some springs.
Okay.
So, and that's just, springs as they compress and uncompress, they wear. That's, that's normal.
I haven't even cleaned mine yet.
Dude, that's what's up. We shot that a bunch.
We did. Yeah, the last shoot, we shot it a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're excited about him, and we're working with a number of different guys. Actually, Adam, you were talking about the training thing. James Williamson.
Yeah.
He with Two Full Hoon and Tactical.
Yeah.
Out of North Carolina. He was doing some training. I have to train with him a little bit, and that dude's fantastic. He actually just came on with Halo Strategic Partners as well, so they're going to be picking up some subgun training. So
was he the gentleman in the video that they had up on the
the car
video?
when they built on the car recently?
Yeah,
that was James. That's James and Travis.
Great.
So yeah, we're trying to move into the training game as much as possible. We'll probably do some training locally on our end, but also working with just reputable instructors, guys who've used the platform either professionally or just as an enthusiast, but understand it well enough because that's their background that they can teach to it. So you're just talking to Rob Peekins, sometimes like, I want to talk to him. Have a gun, man.
Yeah, keep us posted on as that develops. I certainly know myself and some other dudes in our circles that would be interested in that.
Yeah, man. Oh, absolutely. We really are. We want to get these platforms out there. I believe in them. Like I ditched my AR and I love ARs. I hardcore love them. I'm alive honestly because FN made a fantastic
cheaper to run the 9mm.
Cheaper to run the 9mm. But I traded out for my truck gun, because I totally believe that ninjas are going to attack me and I can use a gun out of my vehicle.
At any time.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Come on, it's got to happen.
And you can always use. This thing's got the.
Heavy is reliable. Doesn't work, you got to hit them with it.
It's a battle axe.
That's it, man.
Battle axe.
Yeah. So I mean, it is, and it's concealable. It's lightweight. It's it's plenty lethal in the ranges. dude, it's a good back scratcher. Like
back scratcher.
Yeah, man.
But look at how small it packs up too.
Yeah, man. And actually,
super convenient.
All the new models with the SB Tactical folding braces are shipping in discrete bags. So I have one here.
Oh, nice.
So these are made by Elite Survival Systems, which I didn't know actually they made gear. I was using their recon bags in the Marine Corps. They're super nice. They pack up really small. And then when I found out they made these, it's so cool. So we have a guy who works for us in armor. And
looks like luggage too, which
dude,
is great.
It does. It looks like a laptop bag or something.
Yep.
We have a guy who ran these within the SWAT team. He's had it for 28 years, and the difference between this bag and his bag is it's a little bit faded. Like 25 years or 28 years on. So they're super, super rugged and reliable. And they come with a lifetime warranty on the bags as well. So
wow.
All of our guns ship with a 5-year warranty. And honestly, even past that, man, if something goes wrong, like,
gonna take care of it.
Like, hey, I shot my gun with another gun. That's probably on you, bro.
Where are you guys located?
We're in Afton, Virginia, so it's Central Virginia, about an hour northwest of Richmond.
Gotcha. All right.
So
very cool.
Yeah, man.
Now, do you have any other products?
Yeah, we have a lot of products. So we work with several manufacturers in Turkey.
That back too.
So we do polymer frame striker-fired pistols, the MC-28. We do 1911s from TSOSH and Garrison, and we also work with Tedno, which makes fine shotguns. So we sort of hit the whole gambit there. We're also importing some tactical shotguns from Garrison as well. So we're trying to
semi-autos.
Yeah, we have semi-autos and pump.
Okay, nice.
So we do a lot of those, and we're working right now with the Garrison. It's our model. It's the Garrison 312 shotgun. It's a 12 gauge semi-auto shotgun. We built a 3-gun model out of it as well. So I
was going to ask, do you have any competition guns?
Yeah. So that's what we're working on. So there's actually a gentleman here who we just met. Hadn't heard of him before, but he's doing a drop-in trigger system for our Z line of guns, so the Z5P, Z5RS, like I have here, the roller lock kind of MP5 pattern guns.
Somebody was telling me about them.
Yeah, man, it's a 2.2 pound 2-stage AR trigger that drops into a freaking R guns.
That's awesome.
It's nuts.
Is it hyperfire?
No, it's
what's the?
I feel so bad.
I know. I forgot it as well.
Honestly, I don't like. He has this the booth over in the corner, and just kind of came over. And it's like, hey guys, I built this. What? It blows my mind. And the neat thing too is it's all milled CNC, so he can do any kind of trigger geometries you want. He can control all the stuff, and it's made of 470 tool steel, something like that. So it's super hard. One of the biggest problems with these platforms is that when the bolt cycles to the rear, it smacks the hell out of the hammer.
hammer.
So the metallurgy is super important in these guns, and he's making it out of something
especially
that's
suppressed,
dude. Yeah, especially suppressed. So that's really exciting. So being able to drop AR trigger parts into one of these guns, that's a game changer right
when
there.
you do these, is there a gas adjustment?
No, so there's no gas system on this.
They cycle fine with the suppressor on it?
Absolutely, yeah, they cycle no problem. You do get a slightly increased cyclic rate when you're shooting full auto and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
because it's increasing pressure in the gun, but it's no problem. And you get slightly increased wear. Excuse me. Our engineer's super nerdy about it. So it's he writes out the formula on the board, and I'm like, so what does that actually equate to, man? He's like, well, dude, instead of having to change this part out at 68,000 rounds, now you're gonna have to change it out at 52,000 rounds.
52.
Oh, okay. I was like, that. So it doesn't matter then. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So
the average person out there, that's just doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. And
it's a lot of ammo.
Exactly, yeah. So it's not too bad. So we're working on a couple of different ideas for suppressors that actually don't affect the internal pressure of the gun. And basically baffled systems, it does it. All platforms, when you're using a baffled can, it doesn't. OSS is making a can,
the Helix.
I know you're dying to ask a question over there.
I'm sorry, I'm just running on.
She's wanting to jump in.
I get into this so much. I'm so nerdy about this stuff.
You're just listening. You don't have to be quiet.
I just wanted to listen.
She's just eavesdropping.
I'm just
Sarah Larson, ladies and gentlemen.
She's the brains behind HTC.
Brains and beauty. Come on now.
That's right.
Beauty.
No, these headphones are awesome, by the way. I'm just totally nerd about
great.
this.
Audio
I
sounds
put these on. I was
awesome.
like, what? Huh? This is the thing? This is so cool. But OSS isn't making a pistol caliber can yet, but we've talked to them about it. And again, I think if Naval Special Warfare picks up the gun, then they'll probably be going that route. But again, we're always looking for solutions to be able to, like I said, keep this operating system, but pretty much change everything else to make it better for the end user.
Well, that'd be great. I think I saw a high-speed camera, slow-mo video of some of their guns running, comparing the OSS with some other stuff, just comparing cyclic rates, and it was pretty impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, if you can suppress a gun and not beat it up more internally, that's a big win all the way around.
Right.
And the fact that it just sort of tensions itself, it's never going to come loose on you because the way the flow goes through the can, it's constantly keeping tension on the threads. Yeah, cool stuff.
I love smart people. They come up with so much neat stuff that I get to play with. And that's so awesome.
So your smart people, what have they got in the works? What's coming? What's in the future for us?
So our big first push, actually this was our biggest product release to date. It's a product release against 4 different models. So we have our Z5RS, which is our full-size MP5 platform. Okay. Then we have our P, which is everybody probably knows the MP5K. So it's got the Navy barrel, so it still is suppressible. Okay. And then we have what we call our Z5K, which is the non-suppressible, or the flush, and it was designed originally by HTK as a pistol. And people at times saw
no tri-lug.
Yeah, no tri-lug, flush barrel, right at the end of the triple ring. And normally it's been run with the SAS version, so you just put it on a sling and push it out. And we're offering that in AOW with that classic vertical grip, like that, with AOW with the folding arm brace, and then just as a complete pistol, no AOW. And then with our Z5RS, we're offering it with a rail and in its classic configuration with tropical handguard. Maybe that.
Oh, you're fine. Don't
punch the mic. In the configuration. Yeah. Sorry.
So the
stuff.
Yeah, AOW.
Yes.
Is it affixed that way? So you'd have to run it that way, or is
no? So actually, all these
attachment.
All these handguards for H&K were originally designed with a push pin.
Super
so you just
simple.
Push a pin out, and you're done. A lot of the rails these days attach with screws of some.
See, that's another stupid NFA rule,
dude.
Yes, is if you put a foregrip on a pistol.
It's all of a sudden
then you're breaking a rule.
Well, and I was actually
super.
No, you can't do that. You got to tell us that you're doing that. Register it and pay us $200.
That's a $5 tax stamp for an AOW.
Oh yeah, but
it's just
but
the wait.
You still got to wait.
You still got to wait.
But you still got to do the wait.
And I was actually just. It was funny you mentioned Tim earlier. I was just talking to him today about it, and he's talked to some guys who are like, that's actually an incorrect interpretation. They don't think AOW is actually really a thing, which I'm not. Zenith Firearms offers no legal advice. But I mean,
disclaimer.
Not a lawyer. Play one on TV.
Exactly.
Check
but if that's the thing, man, that would be crazy. So, but either way, we're just trying to give people as many options as they can.
Yeah.
As a manufacturer, we're able to buy accessories and stuff in bulk, and we know we have to buy accessories, right? We get HK accessories or HK compatible accessories are typically not cheap. So anytime we can buy them in bulk,
especially if it's got HK anywhere on it,
dude. Yeah. But
exponentially goes up.
Absolutely,
it does. But anytime we can buy them in bulk and offer them as a product, you're able to typically get the gun and the accessories on it cheaper than you'd be able to buy the gun from us and then buy it yourself and put it together.
Right.
So that's kind of the idea behind it. But again, if people just want to buy a base gun and dress it up themselves however they want to, that's awesome too.
And then go to zenithfirearms.com.
That's correct.
Man, just guessing. I got it right.
Look at that, you just
Usually there's
man.
Always something else thrown in.
We try to keep it simple.
Hashtag.
They employ people like me, you can't get complicated. I just kind of what?
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple, man.
Gotta keep it simple.
Well, and when you go to zenithfirearms.com, you have to be sure to check out the video on there. And the title is. You got to help me out.
Wait,
Chase.
which one?
The one with somebody you know.
That kind old lady that I know.
Kind old lady.
Yeah.
So awesome.
That's it's actually it's a 2-part video series we did. Just a little introduction.
It's Chase's grandmother, right?
My mom
or your mother?
Yeah,
your mother.
She's
awesome.
a grandmother now, but yeah.
Well,
your mother?
Yeah, my mom.
Is in this video.
Yeah, man.
Shooting
burning it down, dude. So we actually did like a little thing.
Burning it down, man.
Yeah, man. So we did a little video just promoting some of the guns when we released them. When we first got the original fixed arm brace from SP Tactical, Tactical Walls came out and helped us out. And it was a neat little thing, just trying to demo the usefulness of the gun in the self-defense role, home defense scenario.
Yeah, that's
but then
awesome.
we put a little fun
Had
twist
fun
on it.
with it.
Yeah, kind of did like a zombie thing. So people are always doing the whole home invasion thing and all that, and that's honestly what we're talking about. But we put a little fun twist on it, and so my mom burns down some zombies.
Nice.
Gets down. So it was a lot of
I'm
fun.
gonna go watch that tonight. Yeah,
dude.
We've already extended an invitation to Chase's mother as well, that she could be a part of one of the next HTC videos.
There you go.
She will do it, and
Just 'cause
she'd
it was
make it
awesome.
weird too, man. Because
Make
I
it
tell her that, and she's
uncomfortable?
like,
uncomfortable, weird, or just weird?
she'd probably just like look at you, decide what would make you most uncomfortable, and go with that.
And run with
Yeah,
that.
she's
She'll
pretty,
fit
she's pretty
in.
awesome.
She'll fit in just fine. with our shop.
Yeah. She'd be like, so I get to be in a video? Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Can they tie me up? I'm like, why, Mom? Like, you really want to know? No, I don't want to know. No. Yeah. So she's
Wants
a
to
cool
be a
lady,
hostage?
So, yeah.
She must have
she
seen
would dig
the
that.
Tim video.
She
we
did actually. She did see
last
that,
year.
and so she was like, "Oh, that's so neat." And she's like, and then she's like, "Why did they cut it off at the end there with they had the battery all hooked up? Like,
What happened to
yeah,
it?
what happened? Like, I wanted to see that part." I'm like, Jesus, Mom, all right.
So where's the video? I'm pulling it up right now. You got me.
So
got
if
me
you're
intrigued
looking,
here.
if you're looking at our website, there's a slider, so it should just sort of come through on
Okay,
one
so
of them.
I need to slide it.
Slide
There's
that slider.
magazines.
Yep.
Here's a bunch of good-looking people here holding some shotguns.
Almost.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
not
we
it.
worked with our shotguns on the junior shooters club in our local area, so we're working on some collegiate trap and skeet shooters.
Watch it now.
I think
not
so.
Ed Bagley Jr.
Oh no, that's our we were innovations. We were featured on
Is he a firearms proponent? Ed Bagley Jr.?
not he hosts the show that talked about our guns. I don't know personally. We didn't get to meet him.
That's
But-
it. The
Is
rest
this
of
it?
the story. That's right.
It's called the rest of the story. I couldn't
It was the
remember.
Paul Harvey one. That's right.
Yeah.
Dating myself here.
Paul Harvey. And now you know
The rest of the
the
story.
rest of the story. I used to listen to him all the time.
Yeah, man.
I love my ZZ Zoo ZZZ.
There you go.
Which video?
I think it was like in the link was in the banner or something, right?
No, I clicked on it. This one right here.
Yeah, that's the one.
That's it, man. Man, you got some like,
Just like my mom.
cool tech. Yeah. You got some cool.
I mean, she's like that tall, little bitty.
just like gray hair. Looks all innocent, and then like,
Absolutely,
and
yeah.
then just break some shit out. And you're like, whoa, I did not see that coming.
So a month or two ago, I found some chickens and they were wasted. I'm talking
She actually has
mutilated.
chickens.
I don't think it was a possum. And I definitely didn't think a raccoon
This is all
would do that
ad-lib,
because they're
too,
much
in
more
one
neat.
take.
The cage was torn completely apart. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me what could do that. So about a month ago, I was sitting here doing
Is
my
she a real
journal, and
actress?
I looked out the window
No, this
in
is
the
like first
early
time ever
morning
being on
haze,
camera.
and
She just
I
like
saw
sat down. I was like,
somebody
be
walking,
silly,
and
but here's the
I
information I want you to get
approached
across,
him,
and she
but
just
they
bam,
did
did it.
not look right. And so I ran to my Google machine, and I discovered that what I've been dealing with all this time was zombies.
Your mom is a spitfire, dude.
Yeah, dude,
Well,
she's on
then they
it.
started
It's like,
showing up 2 and
my-
3 at a time.
my mom and your
trampling
mom
through
would
my
get along great.
tomatoes,
That's awesome.
going
She
after my
rolled with it.
chickens again.
She did, yeah, man.
And so I knew I had to do something. So I went out and got myself a Zenith Z5RS. And I am so happy. I feel at home with this now because it's very light and compact. It's also easy to conceal. And this mag holds 30 rounds. It's easy to load.
She's getting into
And
it.
9mm isn't that expensive. No matter how much heat you put down range, you don't have an effect upon them unless you hit them square between the eyes. You got to double tap every time. The
Double tap every time.
Z5RS.
Would your mom drop the F-bomb?
Gets the job done.
No, I don't
I'm no
remember.
longer
You could get her to drop the
worried
F-bomb?
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
about
No, that would be
zombies.
hilarious if she-
And when my
right between the
grandchildren come up, I don't have to worry about them finding this because I hide it in my tactical wall. If it's perfectly
Oh, look at
behind
there.
that
Like a
mirror,
little
Tim.
plug.
Tim.
Yep.
Tim.
Shameless plug.
Love that.
And it's very easy to operate.
Who's that
to
behind
open
the
it up.
bed?
I have my hands on
Yeah.
what
Oh,
I
you saw
need
that? Yeah, it was
right
the zombie.
away.
We just like stuck that in as like a little like
they
weird.
may still
like,
be
little
out
thing.
I was
there,
like, somebody's
but
behind
I'm
her
ready.
bed.
Yeah.
Really? Thanks to the Zenith Z5RS and ZQI's affordable ammunition.
So at the end of that take,
Don't mess with Grandma.
So
that was the time for the F-bomb.
No, but the first time she did it, she goes out and shoots, and she's just like, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker!" And I'm like,
"Did she really?"
Like dead serious, like straight.
Oh, did you get that on camera?
Yes. And I was like, "Please let us use that." And they're like, "Yeah, we can't put that on YouTube." And I was like, "Oh,
can we put it on the end?
Yeah,
put it at the end."
Okay.
Man, y'all went all out for this video.
That was fun,
good
man.
Makeup.
Yeah. We actually had a really awesome lady. She does makeup professionally, and she just knew one of the guys who was working with us at the time, and she was out there for 18 hours with us, and just did it for free. It was crazy, man. She just hooked us up, man.
Some
really
Robert Kirkman level stuff going on. Out there.
Yeah,
it was awesome, man. And she did makeup on like 6 or 7 zombies, and my mom and just some other people. We ended up using some ideas we ended up not using in the final cut. Unfortunately, some of the neatest stuff always dies on the cutting room floor, right? But yeah, man, we had like gunshots, and she got like into it, man.
Guys, you gotta go to zenithfirearms.com and watch that video. You'll know which one it is when you scroll through. Yeah,
the rest of the story.
It's pretty evident there.
Yeah, cool. Man, and that was a good day. Fun,
man, thank you so much for being
Dude,
on.
Thank you, brother.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
Yeah,
enjoyed hearing about your fire. I need to go and check out some of your stuff because I'm not familiar with your other stuff. But
come by the booth, dude.
Are you guys going to be
at
Big
awesome.
3 again?
Yes, we'll be at Big 3. Probably every time, always once a year, but most likely for both of them.
So have you been there before?
Yeah, I've been there 3 times now.
So were you there last time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we meet?
Yeah.
We didn't talk though.
No, I said hi. Like I was like introduced myself, but you were talking like 3 other dudes, so I was like, oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't do it.
No, it's all good. Yeah.
Well, we need to fix that.
Yeah, dude. No,
I need to shoot. You're gonna have the guns there, so
yeah, dude. Yeah, we'll have our full auto stuff. We'll have some of our new models. We're working really hard on SD right now.
Okay.
That's just that's a whole different thing. There's some
whole different animal.
There's some import and export stuff going on. There's some international arms restrictions that are slowing us down. So we'll be doing that 100%. In Virginia. So we actually just finished construction on an 86,000 square foot manufacturing facility. We do our 922R parts for our rifles, so we're finally be getting our 5.56 and 7.62 guns out by the end of the year.
Great.
And now once we get 922R, then we'll move on doing bigger stuff, and eventually we're gonna make it the whole gun in Virginia. So that'll be that's our 2.5, maybe 3 year plan.
In Afton, Virginia.
Afton, Virginia. Yeah, man. Wine and horse country, and then machine guns.
Yeah.
So are we shutting it down now?
I think we're done, brother. It was a full
Did you want to say anything?
Do you want?
You just ready to go? You ready to get on up out of here, huh?
Aww.
You can at least lean in if you really want to hear what your voice sounds like. Headphones.
No, I never wanted to hear that.
Well, I just want to thank you guys for hosting us today. It's been a great day.
It's been awesome.
Thanks for setting up all the interviews. I mean, that made my job just the best.
Awesome. Well,
I love it when I just show up and you're directing everybody here. I don't have to call people and chase them down.
Well, I hope you enjoyed it too. I mean,
it's been great, man. It's been really good.
We've got some great friends in the industry.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, I tell you, not a single person that I talked to that I extended the invite to said, nah,
I don't talk to that jerk.
Yeah, everybody was excited. They wanted to come by and support the podcast and support us. And
that's awesome.
They were all happy to be a part of it, and I think we had some good folks today. I know we had some good folks today. And
absolutely.
I'm looking forward to listening to the podcast. When's it going to air?
Well, you're going to have to give me some time on that.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
I got to do a lot of editing.
Yeah,
I have lots of editing.
Well, that's because they're our friends.
I've probably done at least 40 interviews, man.
This is the third day of interviews, right?
I hope you,
not today, not today, but over the past 3 days.
I got you. Yeah,
this
still
show.
Though.
Yeah.
I hope you don't like
some
sleep.
of them have been like this one's over an hour we've been doing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it was a couple of different people too.
Right. Yeah.
So,
they came and went.
Yeah, right on.
So this right here is a whole show by itself.
That's awesome.
One episode right here all by itself.
Well, when we were talking and I asked Marty, I'm like, well, what's the typical segment length? And he's like, maybe 20, 25 minutes. And but sometimes if you've got a really good conversation, really cool folks going, we'll let it roll. And
nice.
So I think we had a lot of that today with just some great folks on.
My shows have been going about 2 hours here
lately,
just because of the content's been really good, the conversations.
That's awesome, dude.
But people's attention span, you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely, man. Where can how can we help share it and stuff? I mean, I do all the social media stuff, and I'm trying to just learn, get better, and I mean anything we can do, man.
And
We'll talk about that off air.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's go ahead and wrap this up.
Right on,
Close it off. We're gonna shut down the 2017 NRA annual meeting here in Hotlanta. And again, High Threat Concealment, thank you so much for today.
Thank you.
Eagle Imports
Marty.
for Friday and Saturday. Great bunch of guys over there, and the plethora of companies that we've interviewed. You lead heads are going to be very pleased with the content that we have coming up.
Yeah, man.
You guys want to say anything? Sign off.
Signing off, Jason.
Yeah, dude. Just thank you everybody for listening. This is fantastic, and thank you to Adam for hosting this and getting us on here. This is fantastic. You guys have been helping us out since the very very beginning, and man, I just cannot thank you enough, brother.
Well, we love you guys, and Marty, dude, thanks for making this possible today.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had a great time with it, and look forward to doing it again,
My
brother.
pleasure.
Look forward
My
to
pleasure.
seeing you down at Big 3 here in the fall, and
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
do some more good things.
Well,
And let me know too, because we'd like to. We got to put something special together for the lead heads out there too.
Absolutely.
Show some love
For sure.
We'll come up with a
HTC.
discount code or something.
Absolutely.
That'd be awesome. And dude, just thank you for what you do, man. Like I listen to you all the
Thank
time,
you.
but dude, you
appreciate
get
it.
awesome information, and you share it in a way that's unique, and you're engaging for people. And I know you sort of got to convince people to listen to you for a reason, but when you do, and you're sharing the kind of valuable information you do, then you're changing people's lives for the better, and that's awesome.
Thank you,
bro.
brother.
I appreciate
that.
that.
Yeah.
Spreading the information,
That's it.
education.
Spreading the good word, man.
That's what's up.
Doing the Lord's work here.
Hell yes.
man.
So, all right, so we're gonna do my sign off.
Okay.
And as always, lead heads, keep your loved ones close.
And your Z5RS closer.
And your handguns even closer than that with one of HTC's OWB or IWB holsters, the Vantage or the Spektre.
There you go. Ba-boom. We'll be back soon, lead heads. Out. All right, lead heads, that wraps up another volume of the 2017 NRA coverage. And we should only have like a couple of more of those left, but there's some really good interviews still in the queue, so you guys stay tuned for that. So as promised, I'm going to give you guys some awesome websites here that you can go to and get some good deals for your dad on Father's Day. The first one of those is going to be Frontier Tactical. You can get the awesome Warlock system. So if your dad's got an AR-15, he can get that Warlock system and convert his existing AR to a multiple caliber system. And then they've got their full line of ARs as well that you could, if you got the dough for that for Father's Day, I'd make you probably a number one kid in the eyes of your dad. So get him a Frontier Tactical multi-caliber full system AR-15. FrontierTactical.com. Optimize your father's firearms with Modern Spartan Systems line of products. They've got lubes and oils and cleaners and even stuff for your vehicle. So check out modernspartansystems.com. And then, of course, if your dad's into target shooting, there's nothing more satisfying than that ting of an AR-500 steel target from X Steel Targets.
X Steel Targets.
They've got a wide variety of products there that, depending on your budget, they've got something there that's going to meet your needs at xsteeltargets.com. And then, of course, the Tactical Squirrel monthly subscription box. If you guys aren't subscribed to this yet, then you're doing yourselves and your father a disservice. So this would make the perfect Father's Day gift. Sign him up for a monthly subscription to Tactical Squirrel's monthly tactical boxes. They've got a wide variety each month of different kind of products, ranging from ammo sometimes to gloves to knives to all kinds of different outdoor tactical survival gear. You go to Talking Lead's website, www.talkingled.com, and then the link at the top of the page, we've got Tactical Squirrel monthly box there. You guys just click on that, and boom, you get your options for your different boxes. Sign up there. And by signing up on your first monthly subscription box, as a thank you, you're going to get something special because you are a lead head. That's right. So go to our website, talkingled.com, click on the Tactical Squirrel link there, and sign up for yourself, for your father, for a family member. Even makes great gifts for our men and women overseas serving our country. That's a perfect way to thank them. As you're shopping these websites, don't forget to use the promotional code
Leadhead, all lowercase letters, all one word, LEADHEAD, for your special promotional discount. Thanks to all you Leadheads for all the support, and if you would, please leave us some feedback on iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever it is that you download and listen to the show. We greatly appreciate that, and we'll be back next week with another awesome show for you Leadheads. So until then.
All right, so we're going to do my sign-off.
Okay.
And as always, Leadheads, keep your loved ones close.
And your Z5RS closer.
And your handguns even closer than that with one of HTC's OWB or IWB holsters, the Vantage or the Spektre.
There you go. Ba-boom. We'll be back soon, Leadheads. Out.